Alright, we should be live here. I need to test the audio and stuff. So let's see if I sound fine. Okay. What's going on, Brimful? That Faithful says, "Let's go Giants." This is the second half of the season, same way we win. The first, was hopefully we can. Hopefully we don't go into a major flunk starting the second half of the season. That has happened before. Set some things up here, sorry. Sup, everybody? Alright, so the first pitch should be in about 2 minutes. First pitch is supposed to be at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 Central Time, 6:15 Mountain Time, 5:15 Pacific Time. But they're in St. Louis's first pitch at 7:15. They're in St. Louis. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to test the game audio here, see if I can actually be heard. Okay, should be good.
From Busch Stadium, the first game of a 3-game weekend series to kick off the second half for the Giants.
So Giants' first game of the second half of the season against the Cardinals.
JT, the Cardinals, one of two teams. Giants lost 2 home series all first half. That's it. They were a dominant team at home. Cardinals were one of the 2 teams that came in and beat them 2 out of 3. What makes the Cardinals so tough?
Well, they can swing it. And when you watch the game tonight, they've got 7 left-handed or right-handed hitters in the lineup going against Logan Webb. So
Kevin Gosman was supposed to start today, but he had a family emergency, so he is not starting today. But instead, it's Logan Webb.
Underachieving a little bit this year, but the Giants can't take them lightly. They can swing the bats. They're very aggressive, and anytime they're playing at home in St. Louis, they're a tough team.
Yeah, the Giants have struggled at Busch Stadium the last few years as well. Of course, they didn't go to St. Louis last season, but they've lost 7 of their last 8 inside Busch Stadium. The Cardinals have played.
So I got the OG scoreboard back.
National League rivalry, and for the Giants, a night where they expected to have Kevin Gosman on the mound. Kevin and his wife, and I think Taylor's doing fine. Gabe Kapler says it looks like things are okay, but Kevin stayed to be back with Taylor for an extra day or 2. We'll see when Kevin is going to take them out for the first time in the second half, but it gives Logan Webb the chance to pitch here tonight. Mike Tauchman is active. Jay Jackson called up for the first time.
Yeah, Mike Tauchman, the strikeout machine, is active today.
Jason Vossler optioned back to AAA Sacramento. So instead of just a quiet day for Gabe Kapler, hey, let's start the second half of the season. All kinds of stuff going on.
Lots of stuff going on, and all trying to jockey in the right position to get ready for the second half push. And we were on today with Gabe on a Zoom call, and a great call, fill us in on everything that's going on. But the Giants are in position. They've got the pieces in place, and we're waiting for Buster to come back and some other guys. But
no Buster Posey as well.
But they're ready to make a push the second half.
Yeah, so Evan Longoria goes to the 60-day injured list. That means we're not going to see him, and we really didn't expect to see him, but we're not going to see Evan until early August. And we should – and he's healthy. Jay Jackson was throwing great down in Sacramento, so I think Gabe and Andrew Bailey are happy to have him as a part of this big league pitching staff. And you mentioned Buster Posey, still day-to-day, making progress, has hit and also caught a bullpen session in the last couple of days. So he's definitely on his way, but not yet back active for this game. And we'll see if he makes it back active for
the Giants line today is Lamont Wade leading off, Mike Yastrzemski batting second in right field, Wilmer Flores batting third at third base, Alex Eggerson batting cleanup in left field, Brandon Crawford at shortstop batting fifth, Donovan Solano batting sixth at second base, Steve Duggar in center field batting seventh, Kirk Casale batting eighth and the catcher, and Logan Webb pitching and batting ninth.
Slugging almost 1,000. And then Logan Webb, the Giants starting pitcher tonight on the mound. And batting ninth, we'll see if he could go.
Let's see if Logan Webb can go today.
Something like that.
On the mound for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright. He has a 3.58 ERA. He has pitched 105.2 innings. He has 31 walks, 99 strikeouts. He has a 7-5 record, and he has started 17 times this season.
In his career, 6'7", 230-pounder, career record of 174 and 103, a 3.39 ERA, and Adam Wainwright has had a great career.
So the Cardinals on defense today is Tyler O'Neill is in left field, Harrison Bader in center field, Dylan Carlson in right field, Paul DeYoung at shortstop, Tommy Edman at second, Paul Goldschmidt at first, Nolan Arenado at third, and Yadier Bonita in the squad, as Mike Rucker was said, in catching. Cardinals have 5 Gold Glovers.
That's a lot of Gold Glovers in the field for the Cardinals.
So leading off for the Giants is Lamont Wade.
Baseball back. Hope everybody enjoyed their 4 days off.
Here's the first pitch to Wade. He'll show bunt and take a strike.
Shows bunt on the first pitch from Wainwright and takes a strike.
Wade's batting .248 with a .341 on base percentage, a .479 slugging percentage. He has 7 homers and 17 RBIs. 0-1 pitch to Wade, swung on and missed strike 2.
Relies on those ground balls. That fastball go 88, 91. He'll cut it. A lot of curveballs to the left-handed hitters. And like I said, he likes to keep that ball down in the zone.
0-2 pitch to Wade is high for ball 1.
High there. Chad Whitson, our home plate umpire tonight.
He doesn't walk guys in 105 innings this year. Just 31 walks, 99 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting 229.
1-2 pitch to Wade is low and in the dark for ball 2, and the count goes even.
Wade took it 2-2. One of many unsung Giants heroes from the first half, Lamont Wade Jr. has done a really good job.
Lamont Wade has been outstanding for the first half.
And he's fitting in.
Now here's a 2-2.
2-2.
Wade fouls that to the left, and the count stays even at 2-2.
Interesting how the game has changed. We were talking about the first baseman. We got a first baseman hitting leadoff for the Giants tonight, and Goldschmidt for the Cardinals will be in the 2-hole.
Now here's another 2-2.
Great job since being called up for second.
This time Wade takes a curveball, which was low on the outside corner in the strike zone, but a called ball, so the count goes full. That was an easy strike, but the umpire called the ball. Not complaining there.
Little 12-6.
Definitely not complaining.
That's one as a hitter.
That was a nice pitch, but this was called ball. 3-2 pitch.
3-2.
Wade fouls it off again.
Foul.
Smart pitch, though. He goes down with that curveball and then goes back up in the zone. Change the eyesight. And we talked about Wainwright over his career. Doesn't throw as hard as he used to at 39 years old, but he's going to pitch up and down.
Here's another 3-2 to Wade.
Down in the zone and get a lot of ground balls.
And Lamonte swings and misses, and there's one away. Swing at a high fastball.
Take a look at Adam Wainwright.
Adam Wainwright throws a curveball, a sinker, a cutter, a four-seam fastball, and a changeup. His most popular pitch that he throws is a curveball, which he throws 34.5% of the time. Then he throws a sinker 25% of the time, cutter 24%, fastball 10%, and a changeup 5% of the time.
Changes speeds.
I'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski. First pitch, Diaz. Way high and outside, and the count's 1-0.
Pitches, but Wainwright ultimately struck him out.
Yaz is batting .234 with a .334 on base percentage, .469 slugging percentage. He has 12 homers and 34 ribbies. 1-0 pitch. Outside again, the count's 2-0.
He's ahead 2-0. I think we could see a big second half for Mike Yastrzemski.
2-0 pitch. That's high, but that's the strike, and the count's 2-1. So this umpire is not a great strike zone.
Spring training, the one thing you want to do is get off to a quick start, and you kind of get behind the 8-ball, and it's an uphill battle.
Now here's the 2-1.
But he's coming around. You got to put the numbers.
Yaz crushes that foul to the right. Count goes even now at 2-2. Very nice on 12 pitches so far.
A good rip at that curveball.
That's a curveball.
On the final day of spring training in the Cactus League. Then had the oblique injury.
What is going on? Reykjavik, none of it. What is going on?
His thumb crashing into the wall out in right field. So 3 different things in that first half where any sort of momentum rhythm were
2-2. That's fouled back, and the count's 2-2.
Foul that one off.
The Giants have had great at-bats so far against Wainwright, and 8-pitch at-bat against for Wade, and now a 5-pitch at-bat so far for Yastrzemski. So good at-bat so far for the Giants. Now here's another 2-2.
Even the fastball up in the zone doesn't throw hard.
And there'll be time called.
Change it down and away, curveball down in the zone. Just set your sights high above the belt, right below your hands.
Another 2-2. This time Yas swings at another high fastball in the two-way, so
that's a smart pitch.
excuse me. 2 straight strikeouts for Wainwright, and they both come off the high fastball.
He's a guy, Wainwright, you can't start guessing with. You got to stick to your plan, look for that fastball. You start guessing curveball, fastball, changeup, up and down, you're playing right into his hands.
Well, he beat the Giants his last time out. He did not start again after.
So here's Wilmer Flores.
Back-to-back starts for Wainwright against
Mr. Wilmer is high in the outside corner, and this 0-1. What is going on? Ghost fan page 69. He says, "I am Goose." That's cool. I am Goose. Hello, Goose. 0-1 pitch to Wilmer. He fouls that. That was a check swing that went foul. He counts that one too.
Strike 2.
I think one of the keys also for the Giants tonight is how the left-handed hitters.
Flores banked 255 with 9 homers and 30 ribbies.
Lamont Wade, Yastrzemski, Dickerson, Crawford, Duggar. Those left-handed hitters are going to have to come through.
0-2 pitch now to Wilmer.
0-2 to Wilmer.
Check swing. He didn't go, but that was in the strike zone anyway, and that ends the inning.
So Adam Wainwright ends up striking out.
So Wainwright strikes out the side, and that's it for a half. Carlson, Goldschmidt, Arenado do it when we come back, and Logan Webb on the mound. I'll be right back for the start of the. I'll be right back. So let's see what Logan Webb can do against the Cardinals, who own the Giants.
Well, no score after the top of the first, so now the Cardinals will come up in the bottom half, and the Cardinals lineup, which was very tough on the Giants in the 3-game series.
So Carlson, Goldschmidt, Arenado, O'Neill, Molina, Edmund, DeYoung, Bader, and Wainwright is the Cardinals' batting order.
Good young player from Northern California, but then Goldschmidt and Arenado, 2 notorious Giants killers. Tyler O'Neill, we didn't see much of him in the series at Oracle Park.
What's going on, Brandon
Tommy
Buchter?
Edman, Paul DeYoung, Bader, and then Wainwright, who's a good hitting pitcher, and that's the lineup that will face the Giants starter, Logan Webb.
There's a look.
So Logan Webb has a 3.63 ERA. He has won 52 innings, 17 walks he has.
We're not really ready for it, so I expect
He has 58 strikeouts, and he has a 4-3 record.
6'1", 216-pounder from Rockland, California.
So the first pitch was a strike.
Kind of a local guy, right? Rockland High School.
Yeah, and Dylan Carlson up from that way.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Carlson. That's another strike in the count, 0-2.
Strike 2 to Carlson.
So Webb is attacking that strike zone.
Northern California, Sacramento, guys in the big leagues. It's good to see.
Carlson made a terrific
Oh, to Carlson, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one away. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for Webb. So it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Logan Webb for the first out. Booker says, I love Webb. I miss Webb too. I'm happy he's back. Dickerson, Duggar, Yastrzemski in the outfield. Crawford is at shortstop. Solano at second. And Flores at third. Lamont, Wade, and at first base, and Kurt Casale in squad, as Kruko said, and catching. Now here's the 0-1 pitch to Goldschmidt. Way inside and low, and the count's 1-1. So it counts 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out, and we're in the bottom of the first. Goldschmidt's batting .265 with 13 homers and 49 RBIs. Swing and a miss. He wanted to go yard there. That was way outside though, and the count's 1-2.
Loves that sinker about 30% of the time, and the reason he could sink it.
The 1-2 to Goldschmidt. Outside again. That was in the same location as his last pitch, and this time Goldschmidt did not go, and the count's even at 2-2.
It's a lot of movement with that 2-seamer.
2-2 to Goldschmidt. That's low and outside. The count goes full.
Slider, so Goldschmidt works the count full, 3-2.
Logan will throw an occasional cutter, but mainly it's that sinker slider changeup combo.
3-2 to Goldschmidt. He grounds that to Flores. Flores throws to Wade for the second out.
It's the first ball put in play tonight.
Yeah, that was the first ball put in play.
The Giants struck out in order in the top of the first.
I'll tell you what, though, back in the day when I played, we used to get 3 days off for the All-Star break, and now it's 4, some even longer. And I tell you what, 4 days off feels like a month in baseball. So Giants had a workout last night. They flew to St. Louis and had an optional workout at the ballpark, and it takes a couple innings.
I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. This time he takes a strike in the count 0-1. Nolan Arenado is a known Giants killer. He's batting .265 with 17 homers and 56 RBIs. 0-1 to him. That's way inside and high, and the count's 1-1.
Well, the Cardinals hitters with Webb, same thing with Wainwright. Make him get the ball up. He likes that sinker down in the zone. Going to get a lot of ground balls. Logan in 52 innings this year. 58 strikeouts.
Takes outside, and the count's 2-1.
Just off the outside.
And that's hard for a hitter when a guy goes sinker in, slider away. It makes the plate almost look twice as wide.
Now here's 2-1 to Nolan Arenado. Takes inside, and that almost hit him, and the count's 3-1.
What a standing ovation this guy got in the All-Star game, huh? Back in Coors Field.
It was a cool moment.
Very cool.
3-1 to Arenado. He grounds that foul to the left.
The thing was the Cardinals had just been in Denver
and it's full.
To San Francisco, and that was his first time back in a different uniform. So the Rockies fans spent that whole weekend kind of regaling Arenado with memories and ovations. And then he came back for the All-Star game.
So now here is the 3-2 pitch to Nolan Arenado.
3-2.
Arenado grounds that to Wade. Wade will think of tossing the Webb, but instead he steps on the bag for the third out, and that ends the first. Scoreless after one. Dickerson, Crawford, Solano do up for the Giants. I'll be right back. I'm going to test audio because I have no idea how this sounds like. Do up for the Giants. But instead he steps on the bag for the third out, and that ends the first. Scoreless after one. Dickerson, Crawford, Solano do up for the Giants. Here sounds good to me. Definitely sounds good. Yeah, that was a good inning for Webb. That was a very good inning. Very good inning. Very nice 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers. Wainwright struck out the side, and Webb struck out one. Then the rest went out via the groundouts.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid.
So we are
WebEx
back.
by Cisco.
Beautiful summertime night in St. Louis. Giants Cardinals had so many battles over the years. Even in
So here's Alex Dickerson. First pitch to Dickerson. Inside, but a called strike, and the count's on one. Some sort of strike sounds very weird.
See if a Giant can put the ball in play. I have a feeling it's going to happen in this inning.
Here's the 0-1. Takes inside, but this time is not a called strike, and the count's 1-1.
Pitching backwards, especially to left-handed hitters. Starts you off with that curveball, maybe a little changeup. As a hitter, you just got to be patient with him and make him get the ball up in the zone.
1-1. Dickerson crushes that. That's in play. Will drop. It's going to center field. Bader comes in, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Just by looking at the graph of that, it looked like it was murder, but it was not at all. Press D-backs fan says Dick. Yup. The Dick is up. The Dick. He's up.
We use the app every day.
Here's Brandon Crawford. He was in the All-Star game on Tuesday.
You had to actually read the packet with the
Worked a
print.
little harder. Brandon Crawford.
Here's the first pitch to
Sounded like
Crawford.
Brandon had a great trip to Denver for the All-Star game 3 times.
Takes way high and outside, and the count is 1-0.
He's had a lot of experience against Adam Wainwright.
Crawford takes a strike outside, and the count is 1-1.
A lot of people asking me about Crawford. If he keeps this up in the second half, if the Giants keep going, he's an MVP candidate, no question.
He is the
Yes,
1-1.
he is.
Crawford fouls that back, and the count is 1-2.
It's 1-2. You combine the offense and
Going on
defense
NFL
and the
fanatic
durability.
fan.
That's, he's getting a little older, a little wiser, but for me, the way he plays defense and the things he's able to do with the bat at the plate, I mean, he is.
So Wainwright's on 23
one of the
pitches
most
so
valuable
far,
players in the National League
through
this year.
1 1/3.
Take him off the Giants, and
Here's the 1-2. Takes high and outside, and the count's even now at 2-2.
Well, Adam Wainwright wasn't real thrilled. He got the win against the Giants last time out, but he was not real happy with the way he pitched. He's had a while to sit on that one.
2-2 now, Crawford. Crawford hits that to left field, and Carlson dives, but it goes into the stands foul.
Right there to make, I say Carlson, that's O'Neal. Carlson's playing right field tonight. Looks like there's more than just a few Giants fans in St. Louis.
I tell you what.
That was Tyro O'Neal in left field.
St.
Carlson
Louis,
was right today.
Cardinal fans and the rivalry with the Giants, a couple old school National League teams. If you're ever out there making some trips to some ballparks, you got to go to Busch Stadium because these fans are probably some of the
So now
most
here's
knowledgeable
another
fans
2-2.
in the game of baseball.
Crawford pops it up.
Kind of got tied up.
Molina coming in. That's popped up in foul territory. Molina makes the catch. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Donnie Ground out.
So 2 outs, bases empty, and a brief message from Pacifico. Donovan Solano will hit with 2 down, and the base is empty.
Let's see a Donnie Ground that could do. He's batting .262 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Solano. Solano has a base hit to right field, so he didn't ground out. That's hit to Carlson, and the Giants have a 2-out base runner at first. Now bring up Steven Duggar. Duggar needs to wake up.
Off-speed, curveballs, changeups. A great piece of hitting by Solano. Go up there, look first pitch fastball, because he's challenging the right-handed hitters with the fastball, and you jump on it and attack it.
So he needs to wake up in the second half. He had a great start of the first half. Then at the end of the first half, he kind of slowed down. Looked like 2018, 2019 Duggar. So he has to wake up for the start of the second.
Smart piece of hitting, watching the guys before you.
Talking about Steven Duggar, he's batting 287 with 6 homers and 26 ribbies.
These guys have faced each other enough. You know what they throw. So go up there and sit on a pitch and let it fly. Good piece of hitting.
So here's the first pitch to Steven Duggar.
Stands in.
Takes a curveball in the strike zone for 0-1.
Been a big part of the Giants' success. Has had a terrific year.
I think he's one of the keys to the Giants coming down the second half. Facing right-handed pitching, being able to play that center field like he does, the speed and the way he handles the bat. I think he's a big piece of this puzzle for the Giants' second half.
0-1 to Steven Duggar, or Steven Duggar. He crushes that to right center field. Beto going back, he leaps and makes the catch. That was hit deep, and Bader made a leaping catch to end the inning. But the Giants actually put some balls in play in their side of the second. But no runs after an inning and a half. Yeah, that was very close. That was very close to being a home run. Definitely. It was definitely very close. I thought that was gone. But the park held it in. That definitely would not have been gone at Oracle. Definitely would not be gone at Oracle Park. 100 billion% not gone at Oracle. So we are in a commercial break going into the bottom of the second inning.
Giants baseball
and we are back now.
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by
See if Webb can have another 1-2-3 inning.
Hotel. It's the $75,000 sizzling summer cash giveaway every Saturday in July and August.
Giants Cardinals at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. No score, bottom of the second, with Giants fans sprinkled throughout all the Cardinal red on a summertime Friday evening. 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Cardinals.
So here's Tyler O'Neill.
At the top of the order.
Got him Molina on deck.
Which didn't happen a lot.
O'Neill has a base hit to left to center field. That's the first pitch swinging, and the Cardinals have a no-out base runner.
We didn't see much of Tyler O'Neill. He was banged up. He pinch hit once or twice, but
I bring up Yadier Molina
from the starting lineup, so he's back healthier now. And he's on base in front of Yadier Molina.
Well, Yadier, one of the best to ever do it behind the plate. I mean, this guy, maybe in Cooperstown one day.
So here's the first pitch to Molina. Webb will throw the first, but there's nothing going on over there.
He's so fun to watch catch. If you're watching the game tonight, watch the way Yadier sets up. Watch him frame pitches. Watch the way he handles.
Molina's batting
his pitching
257
staff.
this year. Now here should be the first pitch to him.
By the way,
It
he swings
is.
the bat.
He takes high and inside. Was that a strike? No. Okay, I thought the umpire called it a strike and counts one now.
Watch with Logan Webb. Watch where he stands on the mound. He's on the far first base side, or the first base side of the rubber. That allows him to get a little more space and a little more angle for that sinker, and then he can break off that slider to those right-handed hitters. See where he's
now
standing.
here's the 1-0 to Molina.
Gives him a lot more room to work that sinker-slider combo.
Molina grounds that to Casali. O'Neill goes second, but Casali will throw first and does one away. But O'Neill advances to second. Oh my god, I hate when this happens.
Must have gotten a really good jump off of first. So he takes the out at first base, one away.
I have to fix the
Like
inning.
it was a hit and run, but he got a good jump, and Molina with the little emergency swing. Look at that ball hit behind.
So there is one away, but the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position.
Home plate umpire Chad Whitson right on it.
I'm sorry about this.
And
Wait.
he was going, so that
Okay, there we go.
about that play. So Tyler O'Neill is at second, first runner in scoring position.
Here's the first pitch to Tommy Edman. He takes strike.
Back in the day,
That's outside, and that was a called strike.
Sometimes there used to be a run and hit.
Edman's batting 258 with 5 homers and 25 RBIs.
It wasn't a sign that was put on by the third base coach.
Tyler O'Neill, big, strong guy, but he can move. He's got 7 steals. Cardinals like to run. That'll be a factor in this.
Here's 0-1 now to Edman. He grounds that to Solano, who will throw the second to Crawford. That was caught. No double play, though, in the 2-way. It was a good play by Donnie Groundout.
Good job of base running by O'Neill. Let's go back to what third base coach Tim Flannery with the Giants always said in spring training with his base running clinics. See a line drive, he said, you don't freeze. If you freeze, you're going to be out. You always get back.
I'll bring up the
So you see line
pitchers.
drive, you get back.
No, was that? No, Paul DeYoung. That looks like Adam Wainwright, Paul
They
DeYoung.
would ever freeze. On side.
Donnie Groundout, yeah.
When he
That's
did
what I call
base running
Donovan
clinics in
Solano.
spring training, Flan was
Call
the
him
best.
Donnie Groundout.
Paul DeYoung.
DeYoung grounds that to Webb, but it's off of his glove, but he'll throw to first just in time. And that ends the inning. Good play by Logan Webb.
For Logan Webb on a pitch count tonight.
As he might deal. He might go
Oh my
105
goodness.
innings.
Why is this so annoying? So we go to the top of the third. At the end of the 2, there is no score. A good play there by Logan Webb. My scoreboard's acting so weird right now. I have to go over here. Okay, well, whatever. Donnie Groundout. Yep. Brian Buchter's laughing. Was there a strike at that inning? I have no idea if there was a strike at that inning. No. Okay. Yep, we are on another commercial break. This game has been going fast. See how the Dodgers are doing. Padres are destroying the Nationals. I'm just going to go over some scores. So the Padres have been the Nats so far 2-0 in the top of the third. Padres being the Nationals 11-3 in the bottom of the third. Red Sox being Skankies in the bottom of the fifth 3-0. Blue Jays being the Rangers in the bottom of the 6-0. Reds being the Brewers in the top of the fifth 4-1. Braves being the Rays at the end of 4 3-2. Royals being Orioles 3-0 at the bottom of the second. And the White Sox are beating the Astros 1-0 in the top of the third, and Dodgers Rockies scoreless in top of the first. So those are your scores.
For 8 seasons, he won the 51 pennant and the 54.
All right, so we should be back here.
Willie Mays talks a lot about what Leo did for him in his career as he was breaking in as a young big league player and how supportive he was
So I bring up Kirk Casale. He's been hot lately, actually. Kirk Casale's been hot. First pitch to Casale. Casale grounds that to DeYoung, I'm pretty sure. DeYoung throws the first to Goldschmidt, and there's one away.
Goldschmidt pulls it out. Out number 1.
That's a huge play. Anytime you get that first out, especially with the number 8 hitter, because you have the pitcher coming up next. If that plays,
I'll bring up Logan Webb.
Going to bunt him over, but watch how calm his hands are. Just puts the glove out, plants the feet over the top. Good little pick by Goldschmidt. Nice. Those short hops are always a little.
And here's the first pitch to Webb. Takes strike high and inside, and the count's 1-1.
They can stay down or come up, but it's a huge out here in this 3rd inning.
Strike 1 to Logan Webb.
Now here's the 0-1. His first strike last time is low and inside, low and outside.
Young in the last few years, he's been one of the few guys who I think is sort of in the neighborhood of Brandon Crawford defensively.
I'm just checking audio here. Sorry if there's an echo. 0-2 to Logan Webb. Grounded foul.
I'm just checking audio here. Sorry if there's an echo. 0-2 to Logan Webb. Really good feet and really soft hands, and that's the mark of a really good infielder. Some guys you always want to. They never get a bad hop. It's because they have good feet and their hands are real quiet and real soft.
Now here's the 0-2 to Logan Webb.
Don't panic.
That is called strike 3 on the outside corner, and there's 2 away. So Wainwright's 5th strikeout.
Well, time's running out to become a second-half season ticket member. See opponents like the Astros, the Mets, the Padres. 2 different series against the Dodgers. Secure the best seats, postseason ticket rights for any potential home games. The window to become a second-half season ticket member closes on Monday. That's this Monday, July 19th. For more info,
Let's make a leadoff hitter to Lamont Wade Jr., the first baseman.
I got a feeling Oracle Park might be packed coming down this.
I'm already sort of dreaming about those.
First pitch to Wade. That was a nice curveball, high and outside corner, and the count is 0-1.
So fun with this team.
Tell you what, players feed off that energy when there's a sold-out crowd.
Here's the 0-1.
Ballpark every day.
Wade fouls it back.
See Lamont Wade trying to
count
stay
is
on that
0-2.
ball and go to left field with it. That's one of the keys. I said earlier in the game, left-handed hitters, he's going to pitch it backwards, go a lot of curveballs, a lot of changeups. You want to think left center, hit a line drive right at that shortstop.
Here's the 0-2.
Travel and don't get out there too quick and roll over.
Wade fouls it, and the count will stay 0-2.
Remember, he struck him out on that high curveball. Wainwright loves to change the eye angle of the hitters. Throw it up, throw it down, throw it in, throw it out.
It's only 2 at-bats, but Lamont Wade, he's seen the best that Adam Wainwright has to offer.
0-2 to Wade, he fouls it again.
That one off.
Those are at-bats you go
So Wade has had 2 great at-bats against Wainwright so far.
I'm up there fighting every pitch. And it's doubly as hard when you
They're working up his pitch count.
0-2, 1-2. You're just trying to see the baseball, put a good swing in it. Still sit fastball, but just think left center. Be a little late.
0-2 now to Lamonte. He fouls that high. Molina going back, but it'll go into the stands.
It's going to make it back into the seats. It will.
That was a great pitch. 0-2, he goes in on his hands. Good job by Lamont Wade fighting that off. Now he's got him set up. He can go down and away. Talked about he throws that changeup. Go backdoor curveball. As a hitter, you give in right here. Just try and pepper that ball somewhere up the middle the other way.
Here's the 0-2 now to Wade.
Another 0-2.
Wade grounds that to DeYoung with a nice barehanded play. He throws to first to Goldschmidt, and that ends the inning.
Wainwright threw 11 pitches. Every single one of them was a strike, and his defense did some good work behind it.
That was actually going out to Arenado, sorry. Yeah, that was to Arenado who threw to Goldschmidt. He'll be back for the start of the bottom of the 3rd. So we are in now another commercial break. Due up for the Cardinals will be Harrison Bader, Adam Wainwright. Yes, to do it for the Cardinals will be I cannot speak. Harrison Bader and Adam Wainwright. Well, the pitcher spot may not be Wainwright, and Dylan Carlson. That's who's due for the Cardinals in their side of the third.
Town next homestand for a midweek 3-game series, July
And we are
27th
back.
through the 29th. These head-to-head matchups are also so important in the quest to win the National League West. Both the Tuesday and Wednesday games are evening starts at 6:45 and enjoy a matinee game at 12:45 on Thursday the 29th. Plan ahead.
So Logan will play in the game, and his first pitch to Bader to outside for strike one.
Huge games. Huge. Harrison Bader takes strike one from Logan Webb.
Bader's batting .234, 6 homers and 16 RBIs. He takes inside for a ball. What's going on, Buster Posey?
The Dodgers 7 times here in the first couple weeks after the All-Star break.
Now here's the 1-1. Bader a check swing that goes foul.
I mean, look, the Cardinals won that series in San Francisco. The only other team to win a series at Oracle Park in the first half was the Dodgers. They had a 3-game sweep. They also swept the Giants in that little 2-game series down in L.A. Giants went 3-6.
Now here's the 0-2 to Bader. Bader has a base hit to right center field.
That one into right field for a leadoff single.
Leadoff single for Bader. And then Adam Wainwright, who he is a pitcher, but he is good while at hitting the bat, at hitting the baseball. So he is good at hitting.
We need a part. Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done with WebEx. The McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Second straight inning, the Cardinals with a leadoff single against Logan Webb.
Pretty good pitch by Logan Webb right there to Bader. He shouldn't be.
First pitch to Wainwright. He'll show bunt, and he'll take outside for a ball.
Well, the home plate umpire said he did. Pitch was not a strike, so maybe not.
So again, we talked about this in the.
Wainwright is 1 for 30 this season with a walk. And he had 7 sacrifice bunts.
Takes all the thinking out of it. Now the pitcher just bunts him over. We saw the Giants. Casale, that play by.
So Wainwright will show bunt again.
You want to bunt this ball down to the first baseman. First baseman has to
Here's the
hold the
0-2.
runner on.
No, that actually was a strike that Wainwright took. First it was a called ball. Now it's a strike.
So good at controlling the bat. He's always been an excellent bunter, but you can also think about some sort of hit and run type slash play.
Yep. And he's a big guy at 6'7", big strike zone. You always worry about when they show early like that.
Here's the 0-1.
He might go back to the bunt.
Wainwright will go bunt, and it'll go foul. Counts now 0-2.
I think one of the things.
So if he bunts, we'll see if he'll still show bunt, because if this one goes foul, he strikes out.
Wainwright being a veteran.
So let's see.
Not to get into a pitching contest with Wainwright. Just stick to your game. Keep working with Casale. Keep throwing that sinker and that slider. Talking about guys that are almost 15 years, more than that apart. Just stick to your game. Right
So
here.
it is 1-1.
So here's the 0-2
There was
pitch.
some confusion about that first pitch. It's 1-1.
That's grounded to Webb. Webb will throw to Lamont Wade to get the out, but Bader will advance to second.
Some guys just make it look easy.
Well, they practice
Great sacrifice bunt there from Adam Wainwright.
Wainwright's a good athlete. And like I said earlier, not easy to do at 6'7". A lot of things he did right there fundamentally were.
Now bring up Dylan Carlson, the leadoff hitter. Cardinals had the exact situation last inning, but they did not score that run in second. Carlson's up 1. He struck out in the first inning. He's ranked 237 with 7 homers and 31 RBIs.
Trying to get the first run of the game across. Dylan Carlson
Now here's the first pitch to Carlson.
Second look at Logan Webb, who will step off.
Webb will step off the bag.
You see Brandon Crawford just hanging out right inside that left shoulder of Bader. Bader's an aggressive player. Maybe two guys with the best hair in baseball right there.
Two of them.
So here's the first pitch to Carlson.
We were talking about.
He'll take outside for a ball.
I never asked Crawford.
It was just outside.
They might be talking about hair products. Look at Brandon just hanging out there. A little bit of a shift. He's going to keep him close. Bader's an aggressive player, like I said. He's going to look for anything in the dirt, ball in the dirt, to try and get to third.
1-0. Carlson takes a strike, and the count is 1-1.
Change up for a strike.
It's a nice changeup by Logan Webb.
That's where the shortstop. You come in behind, you pat the glove a little bit, maybe you kick some dirt, have some heavy feet, make that runner on second notice, or let him hear that you're right behind him.
Now the 1-1 to Carlson. He takes inside for a strike this time. That was on the low corner, and it's 1-2.
Left-handed hitters, that two-seamer. We see him running it on the righties. But if you can start that two-seamer right at that
now here's the 1-2
front knee and let it run back over the plate, they're going to give up on it all the time. You see Carlson right on top of that plate. His toes are on that inside chalk line.
Here's the windup and pitch.
1-2.
Carlson grounds that to Crawford. Bader will advance to third, but Crawford will throw to the Mount Wade at first for the second out.
Third, he's there with 2 down.
Yeah, when you're on
I don't know if that's what the Cardinals were looking for with Carlson, but I'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt.
If it's hit to your right, you got to stay. But he knows
Well, knowing Goldschmidt's owners of the Giants, I wouldn't be certain if that's what the Cardinals were looking for.
a base run in by Bader.
Goldschmidt's 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first.
Goldschmidt, who grounded out his first time up.
We're going to say, now it's that guy again, Goldschmidt.
And these are the hitters that did the Giants in that series win for the Cardinals a week plus ago. I mean,
First pitch to Goldschmidt.
Top of the order that was doing the damage.
Takes a strike in the count 0-1.
Well, that's what you want. The Cardinals have turned the line.
I guess I'm just going to get out of this because these next two hitters up, Goldschmidt and Arenado, are Giant killers. So let's see.
It all goes back to that 8th hitter, Harrison Bader, getting on base, letting the pitcher bunch.
Now here's the 0-1 to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt grounds that to Solano. Solano will throw the first, and the Giants get out of it.
That keeps the run from scoring.
So 2 straight innings, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position but do not score. And after 3, we are scoreless. So great job getting out of that inning for Logan Webb. Great job. Yeah, that was a nice job for Webb. Nice job. This game has been flying. In 51 minutes, we're already in the top of the 4th inning. This game flew. So we're in another commercial break going into the top of the 4th after 3.5. So Yashemsky, Flores, and Dickerson do up for the Giants. All those hitters are 0 for 1.
All right, let's look at what's on tap, brought to you by Pacifico. Cardinals Giants back for game 2 tomorrow afternoon. It's at 4 o'clock. It's on network television. We will have the call on KNBR radio. Then we'll be back on NBC Sports Bay Area on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Pregame live at 10:30. And then the road trip continues Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all 7:10 game times, all pregame lives at 6:30. Giants and the Dodgers in LA. Very big.
So the Giants Dodgers, I'm planning on streaming at least 2 of those 4 games.
Second look
The Giants Dodgers series. First pitch to Yastrzemski.
So
A curveball low in the dirt for ball 1.
Takes that slower curveball. That's the 65.
That was a 65 mile per hour curveball thrown by Wainwright.
Curveball to the left-handed hitters. Second time through the lineup, you make your adjustments. You've done your homework.
So now here's the
Go out
1-0.
there and sit on that curveball, and if he hangs one, get that barrel out and pull that thing in the right field.
Yastrzemski crushes it. Right field is gone. Mike Yastrzemski, a solo home run. The Giants lead 1-0. Wow, that looked foul, but it was fair. Let's go. So Yastrzemski hit that deep to left field that looked way foul, but it went fair. So 1-0 Giants. Let's go.
It's not like Yastrzemski didn't have a good first half. He had a very solid stretch of games.
1-0 pitch to Flores is swung on and missed for ball strike 1.
Like you said earlier, just injured in spring training, and that's the worst thing as a player is one thing you always
So the count is now 1-1 to Wilmer.
Be at your best. Gets hurt, comes out a little bit of a slow start.
1-1 pitch to Flores is a curveball low and a called ball, and the count's 2-1.
It was his last at bat of the spring. How about that? Had a good spring, stayed healthy the whole time.
Now here's a 2-1.
It wasn't intentional, but Sean Manaea missed up and in and hit him right in the hand.
Flores fouls that back, and the count is even at 2-2.
It'll be interesting to see the Giants hitters. Like I said, the second time through the lineup. You've seen Wainwright. You've seen the action on his fastball. You've seen the speed on his off-speed pitches. Now you make your adjustments. Keep making him get that ball up.
Now here's a 2-2 to Flores.
Now he wants that fastball away.
Flores takes high, and the count goes full.
Love watching Yadier Molina catch. He just, if you're at home, watch his signs he puts down. Watch the target he gives, and watch the way he moves behind the plate. He really gets up under the hands of hitters.
3-2 to Flores.
Gives a good target.
Flores takes a strike inside, and there's 1 away.
I think so. That's out number 1, and Flores called out on strikes for the second time in 2 at-bats.
Both times looking, maybe just getting into a little bit of a guessing game. Yadier sits up right down the middle of the plate, and that's like a little inside.
That was a nice pitch thrown by Wainwright. Very nice pitch.
Stays on that same plane. Pretty good pitch.
They'll bring up Alex Dickerson, who's been cleaned up today. First pitch to Dickerson. He takes a strike straight down the middle, and the count's 0-1.
225 average, 295 on base average. And I think Alex would be in the category of a guy who just did not look like his.
0-1 pitch to Dickerson is way outside, and the count's 1-1.
A lot of upside in this guy. That's the thing about the Giants. Best record in the big leagues.
Now here's the 1-1 to Dickerson.
But room for improvement.
He takes low and outside, and that's on the outside corner, and the count's 2-1.
Mike Yastrzemski, we know, can be even better.
Pretty amazing, right? And the injuries they've had, and first in the National League in home runs with 132.
Yeah, add to that total.
Now here's a 2-1. Dickerson fouls that.
Well off the outside.
Count is now even at 2-2.
Yastrzemski right there, and they're picking up where they left off, right? It's been somebody.
Giants lead the majors in home runs. They have 132 at the All-Star break for the 3rd time in history. 3rd time in history, the Giants led the majors in home runs at the All-Star break. Now here's a 2-2.
Somebody different every day in that lineup.
Dickerson swing and a miss strike 3. That's in the dirt. So Molina throws the first 2 getting strikeouts. And there's 2 away.
Gets his 6th strikeout already. 2 down.
That's one of 6 strikeout in the top of the 4th. Wow.
Take another look at this curveball. One of the things that makes Wainwright so tough is when he throws that curveball, he throws it to the front of the plate. And as a left-handed hitter, there's not much you can do with it. You see the break. He's got such good depth and break on that curveball that it's hard to wait that long.
So I'll bring up Brandon Crawford. First pitch to Crawl.
2 down for Brandon Crawford.
Crawford, that's a curveball that's hit deep to left center field. Not deep enough, though. Bader coming in. He makes the catch, and that ends top of the 4th. But bye-bye, baby. The Giants get a run off of Mike Yastrzemski's solo shot to shallow right field. That road did not look gone. And the Giants lead 1-0 after 3.5. And I'll be right back for this on the bottom of the 4th. Okay, so I am back.
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, the Painter's Paint Store. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote at mercuryinsurance.com.
Just a couple blocks away from the gateway.
Subbing up Nolan Arenado. He takes the ball outside for 1-0.
Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series, and Nolan Arenado still getting used to seeing him in the Cardinal uniform against Logan Webb.
It's low for ball 2. What's going on out there? My mom? He says, "Hi, I'm Charlie DeMillo. If you would like to meet me, I need your credit card number." No, thank you. I do not want to meet you, Alexander. 2-0 pitch to Arenado is taken for strike 1.
Says a lot too. 2-0 in the count. He throws a little slider. That's, you know, when your stuff's on that night when you can do that.
2-1 pitch to Arenado. Arenado fouls it, and the count goes even at 2-2.
He's got good stuff. He's got such good movement, and he's got velocity. And Logan Webb is young, and he's going to figure it out, and he's going to be okay. It's going to be really
2-2 pitch to Arenado is grounded to Flores, but it goes foul.
Keep that right shoulder healthy. Coming back off the layoff where he freshened up and says he's feeling 100%. I mean, his stuff against the Nationals was awesome for 3 innings. Now he's pitching into the 4th against the Cardinals, featuring great stuff again.
So here's a 2-2 to Arenado. Again, the 2-2. This time Arenado grounds it, foul again.
Boy, you see it all the time.
I don't scam me, promise you.
They come up as throwers.
Okay, Alexander.
Dominated at every level, little league, high school.
So it's kind of sus that you need my credit card number.
And they kind of just realize, hey, I don't have to throw the fastball.
Kind of suspicious.
Hardest every time. I can let a little gravity take over. And
so now here's another 2-2.
In the low 90s.
Sam Arenado grounds it. Shallow foul to Casali, and it'll still foul. That was fair, but a rolled foul.
He's got him totally baffled and off balance. So you as you get older, you just realize about your stuff and working with your catcher, and you don't have to give 100% on every pitch. Just let your stuff take over and sink it, set guys up.
Now here is the third 2-2 pitch to Nolan Arenado.
Stuff is there.
Watch him hit a home run here.
I know he's a tough kid.
Watch him, because he's Nolan Arenado. He loves killing the Giants. Watch him hit a homer.
He'll be just fine.
Took a while for Arenado to get put back together. Now he's ready.
Another 2-2. Grounds that, and that's a base hit to left field. So it's not a homer, but Arenado has another leadoff single for the Cardinals. That's their third straight leadoff single.
That pitch a little too up in the zone and a little too far out over the plate.
Elder says, damn, that boy thick.
He gets his front foot down, but he keeps his hands back. Watch where this pitch is. Just left it little. See him hit the top of the ball and just gets enough.
Beat the shift there.
Perfect placement.
Cardinals did a lot of that against the Giants in San Francisco. A lot of little bloops and bleeders, but they were hard to put away.
I'll bring up Tyler O'Neill. First pitch to O'Neill. He had a singles last time up. He takes outside for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
They swing the bat, and they like to swing it early in the count.
He had a single in the second. That's when he had the single.
They're just 230 coming into the game. That's 13th in the National League of 15 teams. But
Now here's the 0-1.
got to still make the pitches.
Swing and miss strike 2.
Right through that fastball. It's 0-2.
Giants bullpen is quiet.
Going on, in the Giants bullpen.
Talking about what they did over the All-Star break and where did you go and what did you do? And
that looks, there's some concentration level there.
0-2 now to O'Neill. He hits that deep. Not deep enough, though. Duggar is there. He makes the catch, and there's one away.
I think he was looking out over the plate, and if you watch where this pitch goes, it goes back inside, and he's just a little bit late on it and pops it up. I think he was sitting on that pitch. That's why he was kind of disgusted with himself. And he's looking slider out over the plate.
Coming up, Yadier Molina.
Throws it middle in, and he's just a hair late and gets in on his hands.
So Logan might have gone away with one there. Here's Yadier Molina.
The old backup slider.
Yeah, sometimes it's very effective.
It is.
I think Logan would like to get Molina to hit a ball on the ground.
First pitch to Molina. He does hit it on the ground, but
Hit it so poorly.
Arenado will hit it had the second, but there's two away. He hit so short that it was not enough for a double play ball on the two-way.
You know a guy has good
That
stuff.
2 week late.
Ball moves
Get that 2 week for the
all over
Giants.
the place, and that's great movement when guys. You see that right there? Just like a little change it back in the paw, and guys take swings like this.
So for the third straight inning, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position. The third straight inning.
I do like the pace that Logan Webb is pitching at. Right, he's getting the ball, keeping the pace up, working quick, not walking around the mound a lot. He's on the same page with Casale.
So here is the first pitch to, I'm pretty sure that's
This game. Hit a line drive his first time.
That's popped up. Well, drop. It's going to drop, and Arenado is going to score. This game is tied. That was to Dickerson. It dropped, and the Cardinals get on the board.
A little ground ball single set it up. A very poorly hit ground ball moved him into scoring position. A pop-up brings him in.
And a pretty good pitch right there. Yeah, seeing that ground ball and two balls that aren't hit hard at all. He pounds Edmonds in on the hand.
That was Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman gets the RBI single.
Hits that right off the label.
Again, that was hit so poorly that it dropped right in front of Dickerson. And Arenado, who had the head start, scored easily. It wasn't even a throw at home.
Arenado's on the move. That's one where your catcher's got to, in between innings, put your arm around him and say, hey, that's a great pitch. There's nothing you can do, and don't.
Paul DeYoung.
You're going to say you might have missed third.
You know, I noticed the same thing. It was close. That was worth an appeal. Giants they asked for the appeal, and now they're talking. And that was close.
Giants are challenged, and they say Arenado may have missed third. That could be huge because that in the inning, the Cardinals would not have run anymore.
It's a good
Let's see.
job by Flores, too, because that's
I
your
don't
job
think
as
he
a
missed it.
third
Let's see.
baseman is to watch. He's not really watching. Now he checks him. It's close. I think he got it, though.
I think he got it. I think he got the third. He definitely got his front of the bag, I think.
At first, second, or third, you watch the base runners and you make sure they
Yeah, he got his front of the bag. So first pitch to Paul DeYoung. Webb will step off the bat and look at Edman.
Great career at Stanford. Tommy Edman was just. He's just a baseball.
Now here is the first pitch to Paul DeYoung.
He can just play.
Takes inside for a ball. And the count's 1-0.
When he was here in San Francisco, playing the 3-game series last week, he played almost exclusively in the outfield.
These guys are valuable nowadays, right? A lot of what the Giants are trying to do with their guys.
He's a Giants kind of player.
Yep.
Switch hitter, can play all around.
And that's the base hit.
Kind of muscles that one into right field.
That's the base hit for DeYoung. Edman going to third. He'll be safe. So first and third with 2 outs for the Cardinals.
First and third, that's their third hit of the inning. Not a single one of them has been hit particularly.
Now bring up Harrison Bader.
3 hits in a run.
Yeah, one off the end of the bat and 2 jam shots. And I said earlier,
That was a base hit to right field.
You're making good pitches. They're beating you on jam shots and off the end of the bat and hitting the ball where the defense is not playing. See, Casale sets up in and the ball runs out over the plate.
So let's get the Giants now. This with it's still tied. Let's see.
It's okay. You just got to keep staying aggressive.
So Edman with speed got the third easily.
And like I said earlier, I'm sure Casale will go in between innings and tell him pitching fine. Just keep making those pitches.
Bader's 1 for 1. He singled in the third.
Trying to fight balls off and
I'd be fine with walking Bader here.
So now the 8th place hitter with the pitcher on deck, second base.
Bader takes a ball inside. That was a great stop by Casale in the count's 1-0.
Expecting the movement on that pitch.
that ball at 2-seamer ran in pretty hard. Just if you're Logan Webb, just take a minute. I talked about his pace earlier. He had a good pace working.
I'd be fine if they walk Bader here because pitcher on deck, I'd be perfectly fine with walking Bader. Be perfectly fine. Now here's the 1-0.
Bader had a hit his first time up.
Takes high and outside for ball 2.
It's 2-0.
Wainwright came into the game in 0-33, so
he's always been a guy who is not an automatic out, though, Adam Wainwright. So you're playing with fire a little bit. But Bader can do real
Now here's a
damage.
2-0 to Bader.
See how aggressive
He takes a strike right down the middle, and the count's 2-1.
another 2-0 slider.
I don't think he liked that pitch, though.
No.
Got away with it.
And they will try to pick off. I keep forgetting the freaking names. Try to pick off DeYoung at first, and nothing going on there.
That's a big pitch right here because the count either goes 2-2 or 3-1. So
And I'd be perfectly fine with walking Bader here.
pitch right here.
I'd rather have Adam Wainwright up hitting, driving a run than a Harrison Bader any day.
That bat and kind of steal it.
So let's see what the Giants do here. Now the 2-1 from Webb is outside. Bader almost went there, and the count's 3-1.
On Bader's hands move. It's kind of one of those at bats where the pitcher and catcher are like, let's see if we can get the hitter to get himself out. We're not going to make too good of a pitch. We got the pitcher on deck, but let's see if
3-1 to
he
Bader.
gets himself out.
Another called strike right down the middle, and the count goes full.
Not looking for that pitch. 3-2.
So Webb 1 out away from him getting out of this with only 1 run given up.
Now you make a really good pitch right here. You go at him. You don't want to walk him. You worked it back to 3-2. He could throw that slider again, or he could throw that sinker.
So the 3-2 to Harrison Bader.
Sally calls a slider.
That was fouled off, and that's the first time Bader swung at this at bat.
Wade comes over, but it's right over top the dugout.
That's a good pitch. That's hard for a hitter sometimes because you're up there at the plate and you're wondering in your mind, are they pitching around me to get to the pitcher, or do I take a little bit of swing out? Sometimes hitters lose their aggressiveness because you're thinking what the pitcher's trying to do to you.
Now it's 3-2 to Harrison Bader. I'd rather walk Bader.
Same thing here. Make a nasty pitch.
Go
Try to
3-2.
strike him out.
3-2.
High for ball 4. So Bader walks, and I'll bring up the pitcher, Adam Wainwright. But Wainwright is a good hitting pitcher. He's not too bad.
Casale's going to pay a visit. Andrew Bailey, for the moment, is staying in the dugout.
There's going to be a mound visit with Crawford and Casale coming up the web. No pitching coach. And Solano will come too. So yeah, Wainwright is not an automatic out. But again, I'd rather have Wainwright up than Harrison Bader. I'd rather have him up any day. He had a sack by in the third.
Since coming off the injured list. So he's still working his stamina back. I think there's a chance that some fatigue is starting to set in.
Might be his last inning if he can get out of this. Dave Capper said 65 pitches max today, maybe 5 or 6 innings. But
so now here's the first pitch to Wainwright. Takes inside for ball 1. So that he cannot walk Wainwright here. Also, one will score. So path to throw strikes.
Nowhere to put him if he walks Adam Wainwright. Cardinals have the lead.
The strike zone gets bigger here. Wainwright's 6'7". Sally might have went out there and reminded Logan Webb that. We don't have to be too fine. We can
now here's the 1-0.
The zone with a tall hitter.
Called strike 1. Counts 1-1. That was outside, and it's a called strike.
It's hard to complain when you're a pitcher.
That was a sinker.
Another huge pitch here. Bases loaded, 1-1. This pitch here can turn the count. Either go 1-2 or 2-1.
Now here's the 1-1.
One of your best pitches, right?
Wainwright.
Head and count.
Way outside a slider, but Wainwright swings and misses, and then the count is 1-2.
Now you can kind of toy with him. Don't have to throw a strike right here.
Yeah, Webb's probably going to throw this high.
See if he can get Wainwright to commit, get his hands moving.
Yeah, so this should not be a strike, though. Should not.
Velocity-wise, and get him out front.
1-2.
The 1-2.
Way low and outside, and Wainwright strikes out, and the Giants get out of it by giving up only 1 run. Let's go. It's a great job by Logan Webb getting out of the inning with only giving up 1 run. Great job by Logan Webb. And that's probably going to be it for Webb because Kapler said he's only going to throw 65 pitches today max. Just came off the injured list, so it's going to be limited. He is going to be limited. Solano, Duggar, and Casale do it for the Giants.
Join us in a moment of silence on behalf of the Cardinals and the Giants for Mr. Dick Tidrow.
Well, that was before the game, and a very nice gesture by the Cardinals. And we send our thoughts to Mary Jo and the entire Tidrow family. A huge and really gut-wrenching loss for so many of us who have known Dick Tidrow for so long. A gigantic part of the Giants' success over these last many decades. 3 decades with the Giants after a terrific playing career, pitching career. Dick Tidrow is going to be missed by so many of us. And we can say thank you to Dick for all of his contributions to the Giants and to the game of baseball over many, many years.
He was old school, and I go back a long time with him and Brian Sabian back to the Yankees days, and Dick and Brian were there running that organization, and came over here with Brian at the Giants, and Dick Tidrow was awesome. I mean, you talk about old school, and if you wanted to know the truth, talk to Dick about it, and he would tell you the truth. And he was, like you said, he's a huge part of all the success. And boy, did he love this. He loved the pitchers. He loved his pitchers.
His nickname was Dirt. Not a lot of pitchers get the nickname Dirt. Dick Tidrow, who won 100 games in his big league
So
career.
here's Donovan Solano. He singled his last time up.
In the history of the game who've won 100 and saved 50. Adam Wainwright was a closer and now has been a long-time starter.
Every time I saw Dick, you could count on one thing: black slacks and a white button-down
First pitch to Solano. He hits that foul, and the count's 0-1.
Great guy.
And Dick was an intimidating guy.
Yes.
I mean, he was not a guy that was just there to tell stories and have fun. He had a job to do. And very few in the history of the game did their job better than Dick Tidrow, not just as a player, but especially.
0-1 pitch to Solano is another base hit. That's time to left center field. Needs 2 for 2. So that's the leadoff single for the Giants.
Anyway, there'll be much more to come from all of us, and I'm sure the Giants will do a lot to pay tribute to Dick when the team gets back home. But
there's not many people in the game when you want an honest answer. You go to certain guys, and they will not sugarcoat stuff and old school. And I used to talk to Dick a lot. He would talk to a lot of the hitters. And sometimes when you're a hitter and you're struggling, the best person to go talk to is the next pitcher, because they see your weaknesses and they see what you're doing wrong. And he was really simple and old school with his thought. And there's not many people won't give you an honest answer, but he will.
Pitch to Duggar is low and outside, and the count's 1-0. So Steven Duggar is up.
I thought that Dick Tidrow was the greatest pitching evaluator of this generation, and some
Duggar's off one. He flew out.
There's never been anybody better in the history of the game at evaluating young pitching. And when Dick was sort of in charge of that part of the Giants organization.
1-0 pitch to Duggar is outside again. The count is now 2-0.
Sergio Romo, Brian Wilson, and on and on.
Yeah, I mean, even back when I played, guys like Jason Schmidt, he would get Levon Hernandez. He loved Kurt Reeder, believed in Kurt, Mark Gardner, all those guys. They, Dick and Dave Righetti, and then Mark, when he started coaching, did such a great job with the pitching staff, and a real reason the Giants won those 3 World Series.
That's low again. The count is now 3-0.
It got to the point where if the Giants were interested in a player, say for the draft, I mean, Dick had to almost hide because he was such a tell. If he went to see a pitcher, everybody else around the game thought, now that's somebody we got to
exactly right.
If the Giants are looking at him, if Dick thinks he's worth scouting, then we have to scout him.
Yeah, we might.
He was a 3-0 pitch to Steven Duggar.
Prisoner of your own success, right?
That's fouled, and the count is 3-1.
I mean, so it got to the point where, before draft time, Dick would be sneaking around and trying to hang out in the shadows of a ballpark and peek in through a hole in a fence. And
I was doing some work with the Pac-12 network for a lot of years, and there was times where I would see Dick at Stanford games, Cal games. He's sitting in the top of the stands with the shades on, and I just chew in and a little Gatorade cup and trying to hide and scout and evaluate pitching.
And 3-1 to Duggar.
And a couple innings later, you look, and he's got a big crowd around him picking his brain.
We are all going to miss Dick Tidrow.
3-1 to Duggar is outside for ball 4. So first and second for the Giants with nobody out.
Up and now draws the walk. Giants have 2 on with nobody out. And the 8th place hitter, Kirk Casale, coming up.
Kirk Casale, who has been red hot. So
Casale's had a really nice swing going before the All-Star break. He came up his first time tonight and hit a rocket on one hop to short.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Don't get fooled by the numbers. The 218 batting average. He's been having good at bats, and this is a huge at bat right here. We thought that Logan Webb might come out after that inning, so Wainwright takes a peek, and he's Darren Ruff on deck. Big at bat here. They'll look for
Darren Ruff is on deck to pinch hit for Logan Webb.
Think about driving something into the
First pitch to Kurt Casale. Fouls it back, and the count is 0-1.
It does change the equation a little bit, the fact that Darren Ruff's in the on-deck circle, not Logan Webb, and the Giants are going to use pinch hitter, it seems. Logan Webb did a really nice job tonight.
Great job. He made some great pitches, and that last inning he gave up 3 hits, but it wasn't a ball that was hit hard. One off the end of the bat by Renato and 2 jam shots. I'm just proud of the way he pitched.
Now here's 0-1 to Kurt Casale.
Trying to answer that run. 1-1 is the score.
Casale crushes it. Foul.
Curveball foul. He was on it.
Good piece of hit, and just a little too early, a little too quick. He saw that curveball up at the eyes. And he's thinking what I was saying. Keep the ball off the ground. Look for a ball up in the zone. But now right here, 0-2. Just go into battle mode, and you know Wainwright's going to throw you a couple tough pitches. Zach Littell in the bullpen.
Zach Littell warming up in the Giants bullpen.
On the bases right here, too, with a 0-2 count. Read that ball off the bat. Try and pick up 90 feet.
Wainwright's 0-2.
The 0-2 from Wainwright is high for ball 1.
Well, Kurt Casale got healthy. His hand, his wrist was not healthy, and he just didn't have a lot of power in his swing. He changed his bat size, changed the handle on his bat, got a little more comfortable grip, and the change has been dramatic.
So hard to play this game when you're injured, not feeling 100%. Take a little peek at our cheat sheet.
Cardinals were extraordinarily paranoid when they played the 3 games here about any time the Giants got a runner at second base. The Cardinals went way out of their way.
Now here's the 1-2 to Casale.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. Casale does what he does best and strikes out, and Kurt Casale's out, and they'll bring up Darren Ruff, who's pinch hitting for Logan Webb.
It just runs right back over the outside black. As a hitter, you're just trying to be late and put something into right center. You see that ball come back over the plate. Not a lot of velocity at 89, but
There'll be a mound visit paid to Adam Wainwright.
Let that ball get deep. Just a hair late. That was a good pitch by Wainwright. That ball moved a good 4 or 5 inches back onto the corner of the plate. You always have a meeting, the first game of a series in the clubhouse, the hitters and the pitchers, and you go over all the hitters. But
Ruff is batting .267 with 9 homers and 22 RBIs. And he, again, is pinch hitting for Logan Webb.
Be the captain back there.
It looks like Zach Littell's coming in for the bottom of the 5th.
Certain guy.
Well, Darren Ruff's been a big part of the Giants' offense. He has been doing damage at the plate lately.
First pitch to Ruff.
2 on, 1 out.
And called strike 1. That was a 85-mile-per-hour cutter.
It's always hard to come off the bench and face a guy that's got a good curveball and got some movement and is changing speeds. As a pinch hitter, you love to come off the bench and face a guy that's throwing a 95-mile-an-hour straight 4-seam fastball because you could time that
now
up.
Here's the 0-1.
Changing speeds, it's tough.
Ruff pops it up. It won't be a double play. Bader is coming in. That's high. He may drop, but it won't. And there's 2-way. And all the runners will stay put. Hey, at least he didn't get on to a double play. That's the positive of that bat.
What makes Wainwright's curveball so good is it breaks off the front of the plate. So as a hitter, it's really hard to keep your hands back. You see the finger up. See that ball breaks off the front of the plate.
Going up leadoff hitter Lamont Wade.
And it gets you out front just a little bit, off your timing, off your front foot, and your hands. Really hard to keep them back and drive that ball.
So 2 down. And Lamont Wade Jr. stands in.
Come on, Lamonte.
0 for
2. He struck out, grounded out.
Good pitches from Wainwright.
The base hit would definitely score at least 1. First pitch. way outside, and that's a curveball for ball one.
Left-handed hitters with that curveball, doesn't he? Third time through the lineup. This is when you can go up as a hitter and you can start sitting on pitches. If I'm a left-handed hitter, I'd probably sit on a curveball. You can still you can still sit on a curveball.
So now here's the 1-0.
If he throws you a fastball, you're heading the count. Just take it if it's a strike.
Another ball way outside, and the count's 2-0.
Now, if Lamont Wade Jr. were to draw a walk, the bases would be loaded for a guy who hit a home run his last time up.
And you can believe that Yaz will eliminate that fastball that he hit out. He doesn't even have to go up there and look for that pitch because Wainwright and Molina know that he can handle that. So probably would go some off-speed stuff or something away.
So now here's the 2-0 to Lamont Wade.
Working at bat here if you're Lamont Wade Jr. Still sit on his fastball here. Ahead in the count 2-0. Look, still sit on his fastball here.
Sorry about that.
In the count 2-0. Look one spot. Look middle in. Try and drive something to right center.
So here's the 2-0.
2-0.
Called strike, and the count is 2-1.
Cutter. Wade didn't think so.
It's a good take. You don't want to swing at that 2-0. You're just going to pop that pitch up.
Giants got a run in the fourth. Cardinals answered with a run of their own. Giants here in the fifth had 2 on, no outs. Now 2 on, 2 down, trying to take.
So here's a 2-1 to Wade. Wade crushes it. Right field. It is. It's out of here. Lamont Wade has a 3-run homer, and the Giants lead 4-1. Wow. What a great at-bat for Lamont Wade, and he hit that right field. That was a line drive, and it landed. It just got out of the ballpark. Didn't even get into the front row. It just got out. Wow. 4-1 Giants. Let's go. Update this. Bring in Mike Yastrzemski. Let's go, Lamont Wade. That was a great at-bat. Yastrzemski's 1 for 2. He had a solo homer in the fourth. 1-0.
That's hitting. That's
Low for ball 2.
doing your homework, waiting on a pitch, and I thought that last at bat he could go up and sit on a curveball, and he did, even ahead in the count. That's awesome.
Now here's a 2-0 to Yastrzemski. That's a strike, and the count is 2-1.
And it just barely did for a 3-run homer. Launch angle 21 degrees, so that's more line drive than home run launch angle typically.
Now here's a 2-1.
Hit it hard though, and
Yastrzemski grounds that to that is, I'm pretty sure, the Young. He throws first, and that is the inning. But the Giants get 3 up the Lamont Wade Jr. 3-run homer.
Acquired him for the Twins. They knew he had power that was untapped. I think it's safe to say he's tapped into it.
If you had any question of whether the home runs would keep up, there's no question now.
And I'll be right back to the start of the bottom of the 5th.
14 and under.
All right, I'm back here.
I know you've been waiting for it. A Johnny Cueto Fig Pin presented by Dignity Health. Get tickets to the Pirates-Giants weekend games at sfgiants.com. You know, a fig pin.
Gotta have it.
Yep, 4-1.
Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil
Zach
Change.
Littell comes to the game for the Giants.
Oil change, tune-up, and repair expert Zach Littell for the 33rd time against the top of the order.
Well, his job right here, coming in the bottom of the fifth, your team scores 3 runs. Get that first guy out of the inning.
I bring up Dylan Carlson. He is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out.
Had plenty of rest over the
He was the 1-0.
They got to hold it together for these last.
That is fouled, and the count is 1-1.
5 innings.
Yeah, should be totally fresh. Giants have a loaded pen. In fact, with an extra arm, the Giants called up Jay Jackson before the game as part of the many moves that they made to their roster. I'm excited to see him pitch in a Giants uniform. He was throwing the ball great in AAA.
Now here's the 1-1.
1-1 to Carlson.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
That looked like the splitter, which, you know, we just have not seen very much of. He's been reluctant. He's been working on it, but he's been reluctant to bring it into games. Man, if he gets that as a weapon, Zach Littell is going to be tough.
Yeah, he's a 4-seam fastball slider.
So now here's the 1-2 to Carlson. He takes high and outside, and the count goes even at 2-2.
We talked about how aggressive they are. If you can get ahead in the count with that fastball slider combo and they get to that split finger, you're going to be okay.
So now here's a 2-2 pitch to Carlson. Slow and in the dirt for ball 3, and the count goes full.
Here you got Goldschmidt and Arenado lined up after this, so you know Littell does not want to walk Dylan Carlson.
3-2 pitch to Carlson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's one away, and Carlson strikes out. And Zach Littell gets his first of the game. So there's one away now in the bottom of the 5th, and now bring up Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch to Goldschmidt was a called strike, and the count is on 1.
Strike 1 from Zach Littell to Paul Goldschmidt, 0 for 2 against Logan Webb, who went 4 innings.
Now here's the 0-1.
It's really pitched well, though.
Low for ball 1.
That's a little misleading. The Cardinals did not hit many balls hard against Logan Webb. We give them credit. They put together some decent at-bats against him, got the run across.
Now here's the 1-1 to Goldschmidt. He takes strike again. The count is 1-2.
Kind of a manager's dream right here after the All-Star break when you got a guy, Logan Webb, that's pressed into action. You know, he's only going to go 65 pitches, and now if you can get a couple innings from each guy out of your bullpen.
Now the 1-2 to Goldschmidt.
Get him in the.
He takes low and outside, and the count is even now at 2-2.
Kind of a good situation. Guys I was saying earlier that All-Star break, 4 days off is a long time, you know, and you can't simulate any game action with the fans, the adrenaline. So get some guys in.
So here's 2-2, and that's low for ball 3, and the count goes full for the second straight at bat.
Well, Zach has not taken advantage of count leverage here to these couple of hitters. That was an easy take for Goldschmidt, but he did get Carlson out. Trying to do the same against the great Paul Goldschmidt here.
3-2 to Goldschmidt. That is fouled off of his foot, and the count will stay full.
Good pitch. Just had enough of that 2-seam run just to get right up under his hands.
Giants bullpen looks a lot different than it did maybe at the end of spring training, early in the regular season, but it has been a.
Now here's the 3-2 to Goldschmidt.
Bullpen.
Check swing.
He had to have.
He did not go, according to the ump.
Did they call that not a swing?
He's taking his gear off like it's ball 4. I don't know about that.
Wow.
He didn't go? What?
That's a good pitch, though. He ran that fastball in on
He
his
definitely
hands,
went.
off speed down the way.
But it's a called ball, and Goldschmidt walks.
Where's that slider?
And they'll bring up Nolan Arenado.
That's-
He's probably going to hit a bomb.
I don't know
You're going to
how
hit
the
a
plate
dinger,
operator
and
can
it's
see
going to be
that. You bring him
4-3.
up,
That's a terrible call.
Just to call him out.
That's a terrible call.
So instead of strikeout number 2, it's a walk. Arenado stands in. Jim Reynolds is the first base umpire, the crew chief.
Oh no, it's 1 for 2. He singled in the 4th and scored a run.
I know the check swing is not defined. There's gray area. I know all that.
Now here's the first pitch to Arenado.
I don't swing when I see one.
He takes outside low, and the count leaves 1-0.
The intention to swing, the bat starts moving. I always thought if that thing gets out in front of the plate, you can't hold that up. Doesn't matter how strong you are.
So now the 1-0 to Nolan Arenado. That is fouled, and the count's 1-1. So you love CJ Crone hit a grand slam in the chat that I'm looking at.
That pitch again, maybe.
Yep, CJ Crone hit a grand slam for the Rockies.
Yeah, he wants that one back.
Right now it's 5-4 Dodgers. Hopefully the Rockies can win. That'll be amazing. Giants win and Dodgers lose is always a good day. Always a good day when the Dodgers lose. Now here's 1-1 to Arenado. Oh, they almost got him at first.
Goldschmidt, for many, many years, great power hitter and also a really good base stealer. He's still a good base runner. He doesn't try to steal much anymore, and the Cardinals are down 3 runs, so you would not expect for him to be going anywhere.
Arenado hits a deep right field. The Chips doesn't even have to move, and he makes a catch.
Steps, 2 down.
You see Arenado just late, and I was talking about Littell's release point. He comes right from behind his right ear, and as a hitter, that's hard.
There is 2 away now.
That ball jumps.
I'll bring up Tyler O'Neill.
It's the main thing for hitters. You always want to pick up that release point. Where's that pitcher throwing the ball out of? Some guys are easier than others to pick up, especially on that fastball. You can adjust to the off speed, but when a guy's got a sneaky fastball, it's tough to time that up.
Now here's the first pitch to O'Neill. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
Maybe the strongest guy in baseball right here. There's some big, strong guys. But Tyler O'Neill might be at the top of that list.
What's going on, Fanatic Vibe? You see some weird things. What is going on, Fanatic Vibe? O'Neill pops that foul. Count is now 0-2. But what is going on, Fanatic Vibe? He says, minus sign. A greater than, and I'm not even going to read all this. But welcome to the stream, Fanatic Vibe.
He is a powerful dude.
So here's the 0-2.
Patel's ahead of him 0-2.
We got a couple pitches to play.
Cardinal fans on their feet.
Throw something off the plate right here. Doesn't have to be a strike.
And they'll throw the first, but nothing going on over there.
Close.
Now here is the 0-2 pitch to O'Neill. Grounded, base hit. Left center field, Dickerson there. Goldschmidt going to third. He is safe. First and third with 2 outs for the Cardinals. Zach Littell has not been sharp lately. He has not been sharp. Zach Littell.
Good piece of hit by O'Neill. We're setting up.
That might be Yadier Molina, who is clutch. Yadier Molina is very clutch.
You get the hitter on the defensive. Get that thing up and out of the zone.
Second hit for O'Neill. So now first and third, 2 down. Yadier Molina is happy to see anybody but Logan Webb out there.
First pitch to Molina. In the dirt, but swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1.
I don't think Yadier's seen the ball tonight. Some of his swings, you can tell. Like I said earlier, they come off the All-Star break, and timing's a little off for hitters, but it doesn't look like he's picking up the ball right away with some of the swings he's taken. And you know that as a catcher. A catcher can feel that. He can watch the swings that the hitters are taking and call certain pitches, keep them off balance.
Littell will look at first. Look at Tyler O'Neill. And he'll throw to first, but nothing going on over there. Ton of fans booing.
In a normal situation,
Molina's out for duty. He grounded out twice.
he's got 7 steals.
Oh, and pitch to Molina. That's hit to right field. Yastrzemski going back. He makes the catch, and the Giants get out of it unscathed. So at the end of 5, the Giants lead 4-1. And Littell always has to put runners on bases, and none of them score. So, but the Giants do not give up any runs in the bottom of the 5th. So another great job by Littell to get out of it. And we are on another commercial break going into the top of the 6th inning. Flores, Dickerson, and Crawford due up. Fanatic Vibe posted a link in the chat. I'm going to click on another device here. Click this link for Goose merch. Bet. Okay, Goose Sports. Bet. Let's see what this is like. That's not Goose merch, Fanatic Vibe. That's most definitely not Goose merch. I don't think that's Goose merch, Fanatic Vibe. I do not think that is Goose merch. I definitely... No, that is not Goose merch, Fanatic Vibe. Hell no. Fanatic Vibe, I didn't even watch it. I know it's a Rickroll. I'm not even... No. That's not Goose merch, Fanatic Vibe. I didn't even watch it. I just saw the thumbnail. No, Fanatic Vibe, that is definitely not Goose merch. That is a Rickroll, Fanatic Vibe. I already opened the link. You got me. I got Rickroll. Boo.
Well, here's a look from the T-Mobile coverage cam. Our coverage cam at Busch Stadium.
I got Rickroll. No. That's definitely not Goose merch. I already opened the link, Fanatic Vibe. That's definitely not Goose merch.
Seats and so much more. Beautiful view. Busch Stadium, nighttime now with the lights having taken full effect. The Giants 2 home runs. What else is new? And a 4-1 lead.
So here's Wilmer Flores.
4 runs. Mike Yastrzemski's solo homer. Levon Wade Jr.'s 3-run blast against Adam Wainwright, who stays in the game.
First pitch to Flores. Takes strike, and the count is 0-1. That is definitely not Goose merch, Fanatic Vibe.
Been called out on strikes a couple times tonight.
0-1 now to Flores. He hits that to right field. That may drop. Nope. Carlson will go back and make the catch, and there's one away. Good play by Carlson.
Ball's hit pretty good. Yeah, a couple tough at bats. Struck out looking in the first.
Definitely not top quality Goose merch. Definitely not.
And try and just hit the ball the other way. Keep you on the ball. Some guys, it's just interesting. Some guys come back from the All-Star break, don't skip a beat, pick up where they left off. Other guys, it takes a few games to get going.
Yeah, Wilmer would be one of those hitters where the All-Star. I mean, look, Wilmer's been pushed hard, and I give him.
They'll bring up Alex Dickerson. First pitch to Dickerson is a strike taken right down the middle, and the count is 0-1.
And he's been a big part of the Giants' success, but he was a red-hot hitter. Swinging the bat, great, seeing the ball well.
That's in dirt for 0-1.
Probably not what he wanted. He could use 1 day off, maybe 2.
Some guys hope for the All-Star break, and other guys hate it when the All-Star break comes around. If you're struggling with the bat, you need a few days off. If you're swinging that thing, it's...
Here's 1-1 to Dickerson.
Can't even explain how important timing is.
He takes outside for ball 2. What's going on, Labozo James? He says, "Hola." He says, "Oh, I want Goose merch." Oh, yeah. Click that link. Click that link Fnatic Vibe posted, Labozo, if you want it. 2-1 Dickerson. Swing and a miss, and the count goes even.
2-1.
See Wainwright, he keeps pitching backwards to those left-handed hitters. Gets in a
Your Fnatic Vibe,
count or behind the count.
put the link in for Labozo.
Throwing that changeup and throwing that curveball.
2-2 to Dickerson.
Stick with that fastball right here.
Dickerson, base hit to center field. He'll be held to a single there. He's testing, and he'll get the second safely. So Dickerson has a single, a one-out single, and the Giants have a run in scoring position.
Well, when you hit it 108,
It gets out there pretty quick. Yes, it does. And a great job of base running. 2-2 count. Sit on the fastball like he does. Doesn't try and do too much and just shoots it through the shift. Watch him never break stride.
A one-out single.
That's your own call. The ball's in front of you. You make your decision. That's a huge 90 feet. Now you're on second base with a one out, as opposed to being on first base with one out, and you're in a double play situation.
Solano, that'll bring up Donovan What?
Brandon Crawford's got
That'll bring up Brandon Crawford, but the Giants broadcast said Donovan Solano. That's really weird.
Let's see him Wainwright for the third time. He was looking curveball. It looked like his last time up.
So here's the first pitch to Brandon Crawford. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
He's got him off balance a little bit. Brandon's maybe looking for too much. Not quite sure. He's kind of in between.
Crawford's 0 for 2. He fouled out and flew out.
18 home runs, 58 runs batted in for Crawford. Trying to add to the Giants' lead. Crawford swung through that one. It's 0-2.
It's hard sometimes when you're up there and every hitter goes through. You kind of get in between. You're not quite sure. You're telling yourself to sit on a fastball, but in your mind, you're not really convinced that you should be. And you start guessing. With
So the Cardinals bullpen is busy. He was the 0-2. And Wainwright will step off the bag. Labozo ordered some Goose merch. Yay, he ordered some Goose merch.
He's been over 100 pitches a bunch of times. I don't think it's the pitch count. It's just that the Giants here are starting to have a little more success against him.
Third time through the lineup. You always love it.
Now he was the 0-2 to Crawford.
3 times. I feel like you're going to get him that third time through.
In the dirt for ball 1.
You saw that ball well.
Giants have been particularly good at that. The Giants, and it doesn't happen that often because the Giants have done such a good job of working starting pitchers, getting that pitch count up. But when they see a starter for the third time, they have done a lot of damage.
They do. They make great adjustments. It's part of their whole plan. Control that strike zone. Don't go outside the strike
Now
zone.
here's the 1-2 to Crawford.
Try and have good at bat, hit the ball hard.
Crawford hits it center field. Bader going back. He makes the catch. Will Dickerson go to third? He will not. He'll stop at second. So with Bader's good arm, Dickerson stops at second, and there's 2 away.
Right there. He got another curveball to the front part of the plate, but he got his foot down. His hand stayed back. Had a little bit left.
Fnatic Vibes has watched us. All right. We'll see what he does now.
Was toughest on the everyday guys that are a guy like.
I'll bring up Donovan Solano. He's 2 for 2. He scored a run and has 2 singles.
I figure for Brandon, he went to Denver, went through all the All-Star festivities, didn't exactly just kick his feet up and relax for a few days.
You got family, you got tickets.
I'm going to watch Fnatic Vibes link real quick. I'm going to watch his link after the top of the 6th. Okay, I'm actually going to watch it now. There's going to be a little muted game audio.
He swung at that.
No postcode envy, but every time I go deep, they go to in the bathroom. Let's stay walk down, stretching out the room, we don't care. We drive Cadillac, yeah.
Hell?
Everybody's like crystal, they got diamonds on their front piece, jet plates, islands, tigers on the gold leash, we don't care.
What is this?
We got caught in the love affair, and we'll never be royal. It's one in our blood, that kind of love just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of God, let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee.
Okay,
Let me live that fancy. My friends and I will crack the code.
I want to pitch to Solano.
To the party.
Gets out to right field and it's called ends the inning. What what is this? What the? Well, thank you for that, Fnatic Vibe. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that, Fnatic Vibe. Thank you.
So then I said to him, you know how to customize your car insurance?
I really did enjoy that, Fnatic Vibe. I appreciate that video. That was a great video. You're welcome. Thank you. This will be the best thing I've ever watched in my entire life. LeBron, this is a great vid. Gregory Vibe. Gregory. Is that Fnatic Vibe's real name, Gregory? Fnatic Vibe's real name is Gregory. That's confirmed. Gregory. Gregory Vibe. That's Fnatic Vibe's real name, Gregory. I mean, so John Brebbia will most likely come in for the Giants because he was warming up in the bullpen. Gregory Vibe. Yep. Let's see if Brebbia comes. Pretty sure it's going to be Brebbia, though.
The Pittsburgh Pirates visit Oracle Park for a weekend series, July 23rd through the 25th. Next Saturday is a 6:05 start. Be one of the first 15,000 fans and receive a Lucille Flipper beanie presented by StubHub. Get tickets to the Pirates-Giants weekend games at sfgiants.com and don't miss the Flipper beanie.
You heard it from JT.
Another cursed video. What? I'll watch that soon for that guy. What is this stuff?
Maybe I would want one too.
I'm not going
It's
there.
6 minutes? Goddamn.
Speedy oil change and auto service. Your trusted
Yep, John
oil
Brebbia coming. He has a 4.32 ERA. He has thrown 8 games, and he has thrown 8.1 innings. He has 10 strikeouts per 1 walk.
One walk. Look at the left-handers.
Just 1 walk.
To control that right-handed.
6 minutes. God damn, Fnatic Vibe.
You said earlier the Cardinals, 2 switch hitters in the lineup tonight, but
Now, here's the first pitch from Brebbia. That's fouled. That's Tommy Edman up for the Cardinals. And counts 0-1.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Another good situation to get somebody in from that bullpen, get him some work, get some timing.
0-1 pitch to Edman is fouled again. The count is 0-2.
Well, Gabe Kapler specifically mentioned John Brebbia to us today in our conversation. We were sort of talking about the bullpen in general and how he thinks Brebbia has pitched better than the ERA would indicate. He faced the Cardinals and
Yo, 2 out of Edman. He takes the ball in the dirt, and the count is 1-2.
Coming off Tommy John surgery, the Giants asked him to go 2 innings against the Cardinals, and that second inning he got hit around a little bit.
I think one of the keys too for any team, and not only Giants, the second half is your starting pitching.
1-2 pitch to Edman. That's hit to left field in foul territory, but Dickerson makes a running catch, and there's 1 away. What a play by Alex Dickerson, or Dick, and there's 1 away.
That wall comes in pretty quick down there. There's a little angle. Take another look at it. Can't see from that angle, but he took a peek. That's a good catch and not break stride.
Better and shorter. I want to see how long in this first. Finding Nemo in a nutshell.
That's like stealing an out. You know, in a game like this,
40 seconds. I'll watch that at the end of this inning. After this batter.
It's not Kevin Mitchell.
That's Paul Young. He takes the ball low. Yo, watch it after this batter, Fanatic Vibe. It's Finding Nemo in a nutshell.
Whenever I'm in St. Louis, and I know this is the new Busch Stadium.
Now 102 De Young.
Although it's almost the same.
He takes outside of the ball too.
See a ball hit down there, not think of Kevin.
I still to this day think that's one of the best catches I've ever seen. Right?
Yes.
Barehanded over your shoulder.
All-time catch.
Unbelievable.
You know, because Kevin was known for his.
Now here's a 2-0. He grounds that to Wade. He'll toss to Brebbia. It's low, and Brebbia can't get the baseball, and the Young's at first. 1-out single. Was that going to be called an error, actually? That's going to be called a base hit.
But also has made a few mistakes here lately. That's going to be scored as a hit.
It's a good job because he knows where the second.
I'm gonna watch Finding Nemo in a nutshell. Let's see how this is like.
The switch hitter.
Okay, it's quiet.
Where is Nemo?
What the?
Who?
My son Nemo.
Nemo is right there.
What?
Oh, okay.
Here's Harrison Bader.
Goodbye, father.
Santiago.
Okay, that was the weirdest thing I ever watched in my life.
Anything to his right, he's got to go after.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bader. Thank you for that Fanatic Vibe. Bader fouls it.
Flashes that fastball foul.
And then being left-handed, he's got to turn all the way around.
Thank you for that.
Get his body set, and the key to that is getting your feet set and getting over the top.
Matt Carpenter.
On the run.
Matt Carpenter on deck.
It's not easy. Like I said, I think he had more time than he thought. But you have that internal clock in your head going off, and you're all the way out where the second baseman.
Now he was 1-1 to Bader.
You got to be quick.
He takes a strike outside, and the count is 1-2.
So Matt Carpenter on deck. Pitcher spot is due up next. Matt Carpenter, a long-time Giants killer, almost to the degree of Arenado and Goldschmidt without quite the same home run power.
Now here's the 1-2 to Bader. Outside for ball 2, and the count goes even.
Not quite close enough to get Bader to chase. Bader reached base both times against Logan Webb. A hit and a walk.
It's another big spot here. If you can get the number 8 hitter, hit a ground ball, get into a double play, then you got that 9 guy coming up to lead off the next inning. Otherwise, that lineup gets turned over.
2-2 to Bader. He pops it up. Shallow right field. Yastrzemski coming in. It drops. It's going to fall for a hit. So first and second with 1 out.
All right, since we mentioned it, when you come to St. Louis, why not see it again?
And it's in high def, as you can see. But this is one of the best catches ever. I mean, come on.
Here's Matt Carpenter. This is his first at bat. He's pinch hitting for Wainwright.
I want to see that in high def. Full speed like that.
I did enjoy Nemo Fanatic Vibe. Thank you for that. That was great. That was a great video you posted. Thank you for that Fanatic Vibe. Capro go out to talk to Brebbia.
Coming out though, and so with Carpenter announced as a pinch hitter, I think we're going to see a pitching change.
There's going to be a pitching change already. Okay, so Brebbia goes to third, and Harley Garcia looks like he's coming into the game.
The minimum 3 hitters. I mean, John Brebbia just gave up a ground ball and a pop-up. Yeah. But that has been the story of these 4
Harley Garcia coming in. I don't know if I trust Garcia to get out of first and second with 1 out jam. With the Giants killer hitting. I don't know if I trust Garcia. But anyways, Harley Garcia coming into the game.
Giants lead 4-1, and we'll be back right after
So yeah, home run from Carpenter here ties it. Yeah, so this is gonna be tough because I don't not trust Garcia that much. Yellow Bills doesn't trust him either. Gregory.
On the go this season.
Here we go. Let's see if Garcia can get out of this jam. If Garcia can get the Giants out of this jam. This isn't him. Rep be responsible for the runner on first and second.
Giants ahead 4-1. Only 5 hits for the Giants, 8 for the Cardinals.
So here's Harleen Garcia. He has a 3.34 ERA.
Bleeders and bloops, but the Cardinals been putting the ball in play against the Giants, and they built another scoring chance here against now the left-hander into the game, Harleen Garcia.
Yeah, on for the 27th time. See the numbers? 334.
This is Garcia's 27th appearance.
37 strikeouts. Just 12 walks. Like you said, 116th. 6'4", 231-pounder out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. 28 years old. In his 4th year at the big league level. And we talked to Gabe Kapler today, and he said this was going to be a bullpen game and that he'd hope to get some guys into the game, back in the rhythm, and it's happening. It's a big at-bat with 1 out.
So here we go. Here's the first pitch to Matt Carpenter. Grounded. Double play ball. Out at second. But they only get the out of second.
Stretch out to take that throw. What a nice play by Brandon Crawford. 2 down.
Nice play by Crawford that they get the 1 out of second.
First and third for the Cardinals.
Now first and third.
That's a smart play by Brandon.
And that will bring up Dylan Carlson. At least not Goldschmidt or Arenado. Carson's still scary, but I'd rather have him up than Goldschmidt or Arenado.
Good job of hanging on that bag and just making sure he gets that first out.
It's a great play by Crawford. It's a great play.
So good out there. He's got instincts. As a shortstop, you read that throw from the first baseman.
Here's Dylan Carlson. Carlson's 0 for 3.
Ball wasn't really hit hard enough with Carpenter running from the
He
left
struck out.
Take that out.
His last time up.
First and third. Now you got 2 outs.
First pitch to Carlson.
This is often his stronger side, right side.
He fouls it, and the count is 0-1.
That's what Cap was saying earlier today. We hope to keep this right-handed hitting team on the. We want to pound them with a lot of righties out of the bullpen because they are so right-handed dominant.
So now here's the 0-1 pitch.
A couple switch hitters that can flip over. Carlson's one of them.
The Carlson. He fouls it back again. The count is 0-2. Giants 1 strike away from getting out of this.
I was saying earlier, I think coming down the second half, you look at a couple things, and starting pitching is always key. Giants are second in the National League in starting pitching with a 3.26 ERA, and then Gosman, DeSclafani keep doing what they're doing, the 3, 4, and 5 guys.
Let's go, Garcia. 1 strike away from getting out of this.
I mean, that's the game today in the big leagues.
The 0-2 to Carlson.
Keep that bullpen strong and keep getting guys out.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Giants get out of it. Great job by Harleen Garcia. And the Giants get out of it, giving up no runs, and Carlson strikes out. So Harleen Garcia gets out of it, and the Giants do not give up any runs. Six new chat messages. The Bills are James happy. Fanatic Fap says, I love Curse Minecraft. Commercial break, I'm going to watch it here. Jesus Garcia. Nice animation. Thank you, Fnac Vibe. If I can tap the damn link. Thank you. Okay. Minecraft in a nutshell. So let's watch this amazing video Fnac Vibe posted. Let's watch this amazing video.
I am a Steve. I must find the diamond and build a house. Wow, 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 I am building a house. Wow, 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 I have found the diamond, yes. Yay, I have found the diamond and built a house.
What?
I'm a crapper. I'm gonna blow your house into diamond.
Oh no.
Explosion sounds and pixelated explosions. Boom ha hoo ha ha.
What the f-
Oh no, me house and diamond, I am dead.
Wow.
Yes, plot twist. It's me, Santiago.
Wow, that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow. Thank you for that again, Fnac Vibe. You have posted great videos. Amazing. Great. That was a great video to watch. That blessed me. Thank you. That was very amazing, Fnac Vibe. That was very amazing. Santiago. Yep. So this probably isn't me for Wainwright. Let's see who comes in for the Cardinals. And Luis Garcia will come in for the Cardinals.
Trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. It's the right-hander, Luis Garcia, out of the Cardinals bullpen.
Yep, just been in one game this year. The ERA is up there, but don't worry about that.
Duggar
takes a strike.
Strike on the slider. So Adam Wainwright goes 6. They pulled him for a pinch hitter. And now the Cardinals bullpen takes over. The Cardinals bullpen, which has had a tremendous
Now here's Yo on the Duggar.
strikes this year.
He takes high and outside, and the count is 1-1.
Look at some of the walk totals from Cardinals relievers. They also have guys who are tough to hit. Scott, nice. Hit a ball hard to center field. It was caught and drew a walk.
Duggar swings and misses strike 2.
Strike 2.
Blue four-seam, two-seam guy will throw a slider and a changeup. That four-seamer can go 95 to 99. A power slider at 88.
So now here's the 1-2 pitch to Steven Duggar.
That tells you if you're a hitter, you look for one thing. You sit on that fastball and you look for velocity.
Takes high for ball 2, and the count goes even.
Don't swing at the 198.
Not at your eyes.
Your shoulders.
The harder you throw, you got to get him down. Look something down around the knees, below the belt. Not going to catch up to that high fastball because you can get it up there.
2-2. Duggar's walk. That was a big play in the 5th inning. It fueled the rally, and he scored
2-2.
on the way to home run.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's one away.
Hard slider there.
Pretty good pitch. You see his slider is more of an over-the-top slider. See the bottom just fall out. You see the rotation of the laces. Talk about that slider. He'll throw that 87, 88 miles an hour.
I'll bring up Kurt Casale.
So 1 out.
First pitch to Kurt K.
0-for-2 tonight.
He fouls it back, and the count is 0-1.
Mr. Posey has done some work these last couple of days, catching a bullpen. Actually caught Jake McGee's bullpen. Swung the bat.
Casale's 0-for-2. He ground down and struck out.
A lot of progress on his thumb, but still not just 100% ready to go. So the Giants being extra cautious with Buster.
He was the 0-1. Way inside. I almost hit him, and the count is 1-1.
Yeah, Buster's a guy been around long enough. Obviously, you let him tell you when he's ready. But tonight he's just going to sit in the stands and watch the game.
Yeah, he usually doesn't. We usually don't see him there.
He showered up watching the game.
And here's 1-1. Grounded, and that gets past the third baseman. It's a base hit for Kirk Casale. And the Giants have a one-out base runner. And Mike Talkman is going to pinch hit for Harleen Garcia. Mike Talkman, who just got back from the injury list. This is his first game back, and he will pinch hit. He's probably going to get this on in left field tomorrow. Because Capello loves his Mike Talkman.
The injured list today. Talkman had a successful rehab stint with AAA Sacramento. Said he was feeling good.
Talkman's having a whopping 183 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs.
Numbers are not pretty, but he's had some of the biggest moments of the year for the Giants.
Here's the first pitch to Talkman.
Healthy. The Giants are happy to have him
inside
back.
for ball 1.
Ball 1 inside at 99. Welcome back.
Yeah. Well, sometimes facing a guy like this can get you right. Facing a hard thrower, it takes all the thinking out of it. Go up, look for that.
So now the 1-0 to Mike Talkman.
Left-handed hitters like that ball down around the knees. Just get started a little earlier and turn that.
Talkman takes a curveball, and the count is 1-1.
Yeah. Welcome back to the.
That was a slider. Sorry. It looked like curveball. It's a nice slider.
For Luis Garcia. Talkman was having a hard time during his struggles catching up to velocity.
Now here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a slider in the dirt, and the count is 2-1.
Yeah, had that game against the Angels where he had those 5 strikeouts, and tell you what, I was hoping, praying for him that last at bat, put something in play, and then gets the home run. But to me, it looked like he was just a little bit late with his timing, fouling the balls off the other way. Just sometimes it's not a. So
now the 2-1 to Mike Talkman.
Just about timing, getting started earlier.
Takes high, and that's a strike called, and the count is 2-2 even.
Top of the strike zone that have gone against the Giants tonight. Still stay on that fastball 2-2. Never want to get beat with a fastball.
So now here's a 2-2.
Especially in. Adjust to the off speed.
Talkman fouls. No.
It was a foul ball.
It was a foul ball to Goldschmidt.
Looked fair.
Sure looks fair, didn't it?
I think he hit it down off his foot.
Yeah. That's when you check for the shoe polish. That's why I learned that at an early age. Early in my career, you polish your shoes, see where it hits. Yep, right off his toe. That does not feel good.
So again, it's still 2-2 to Mike Talkman.
So Mike Talkman still alive. Pinch hitting for Harley Garcia, who did a terrific job.
2-2. Talkman, base hit right field. Kirk Casale will stop at second because he is not the fastest. And the Giants have a runner on first and second with 1 out. Now bring up Lamont Wade Jr., who had a 3-run homer earlier, which actually is the difference.
How about Lamont Wade Jr.?
Yeah, his 3rd time through the lineup. He figured Wainwright out, sat on that curveball, got the 2 strikes. We talked about how Wainwright was pitching a lot of left-handers backwards. And that was an awesome at-bat. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd. And just waited him out, sat on that curveball, and knocked it over the fence.
And that's going to be it for Luis Garcia.
So the Cardinals fear him now. They're making a pitching change with Wade coming up.
And there'll be a pitching change.
4-1 Giants back right after this.
And TJ McFarland will come in the pitch for the Cardinals. So TJ McFarland will come in for Luis Garcia. And I'll be right back.
just called him up.
I'm back here. So again, TJ McFarland coming in to pitch for the Cardinals for Luis Garcia.
When you get called up the same day, we don't have any numbers on you. So we can't talk about you. He's a veteran left-hander, though.
Been around for a long time. Giants seen a lot of him over the years. A lot of that was with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
So Tyro Estrada.
The A's, he was with Oakland last
What?
year. Tyro Estrada hitting for Lamont Wade Jr., which makes
So
sense.
Tyro Estrada will pinch hit for Lamont Wade.
Darren Ruff's already been used, so you need somebody who can come in defensively if Wilmer Flores is going to be the guy to slide over and play first base when you hit for Wade. So that's why Estrada, plus Estrada's just done a really nice job for the Giants.
So now the 1-0 to Estrada.
Aggressive hitter.
Estrada takes the ball. So Tyro Estrada will come in.
Down in Sacramento with the River Cats. And he's one of these guys you watch, and he'll throw a good at-bat on you. He's a pretty good idea, works the count. This is a big spot in this game. First and second with one out, bottom or top of the seventh. Productive at-bat here.
Now here's the 2-0.
More runs.
2-0.
Pass, a called strike, and the count is 2-1.
He's had a knack for these kind of spots. He's only had one pinch hit, but these RBI spots, Tyro Estrada has, you said it, he's given the Giants a good at-bat just about every time. He's had 9 hits, and he has 8.
So now the 2-1. Inside for ball 3.
3-1.
See McFarland trying to pound him down and in with that fastball at 88. That's a big pitch there to make it go 3-1. Now you look one pitch in one spot. If you're Tyro, just try to come in on you. Zone him in, and if you get it,
3-1 to Estrada. That is fouled, and the count will go full at 3-2.
Versatile defensively. We've been really impressed by Estrada playing even in place with Crawford at shortstop. It's a high bar to clear, but Estrada's made some nice plays.
Mike Yastrzemski on deck.
And they've been doing that with him down in Sacramento. He's playing short, he's playing third, playing second. Kind of the same philosophy as they have.
So now the 3-2 to Estrada.
AAA team.
3-2.
Estrada grounds out to the third base, and they'll step on third, but Estrada's safe at first. So it'll still be first and second, but now there is 2 outs.
Gets that lead runner. Maybe if he'd gone to second, maybe.
So we grounded to Arenado, and Arenado just stepped on the base at third, and Cookerside was up by a mile. So first and second now with 2 outs for the Giants. That'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski.
If I could question that.
Yeah.
What, 8 Gold Gloves or whatever he has, 7 Gold Gloves?
He had 8. It's hard for me.
Yastrzemski 1 for 3. He had the solo homer in the fourth.
Now you keep that runner off third base. If you go second and they don't turn it, you have a guy on third. Wild pitch can score him. I think he just got caught no man's land because he was playing deep. Wasn't really in double play depth.
So now you got a little more speed out there.
Yastrzemski crushes it. Right field. Is it deep enough? It's nuked high, deep into the Cardinals bullpen and gone. Mike Yastrzemski makes it 7-1. He has his second homer of the night. It's a 3-run homer. The Giants lead 7-1. Wow, let's go. So Mike Yastrzemski hit a bomb to right field. Wow. Giants' third home run, Yastrzemski's second of the day.
Yastrzemski's got 2 of them.
Wow. Swing of the bat.
Against 1-0 to Flores. 1-0 pitch to Flores is hit deep right left field, but O'Neal is there and he makes the catch. That ends the inning. But Mike Yastrzemski gets a 3-run homer, and we're going to the 7th inning stretch. And it's time to stretch. Okay, so Dominic Leone will come into the game to pitch for the Giants. Dominic Leone. And he will face Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado, so not going to be an easy task for him. First pitch to Goldschmidt is a ball.
Game's kind of setting up the way Gabe Kapler wanted it. Get the bullpen in there, get some righties in there to face these right-handed Cardinal hitters.
Well, this is the spot in the order where Dominic Leone, before the latest
Goldschmidt hits it deep left center field, and that one is gone.
Paul Goldschmidt takes Dominic Leone deep.
So the Cardinals get a home run, and it's 7-2.
14th of the year for Goldschmidt. 440.
Good poke. He knew Goldschmidt's going to do something against the Giants, but thank goodness it was 7-1. It is that home run by Mike Yastrzemski right now.
Yeah, the game feels different.
So Goldschmidt a missile to left center field.
But the game's not over.
But we talked about what an aggressive hitting team.
What's going on, Brent? We're not faithful. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Keep swinging the bats.
First pitch to Arenado is outside for ball 1.
You know, got the bottom of the 7th here. You still got to get through 9 outs. It's one of those teams. The team batting average is .230. We talked about earlier, 13th in the National League. Never feels comfortable.
Now here's the 1-0. That's a strike straight down the middle. And the count's 1-1. You should not throw it there to Nolan Arenado. Definitely should not.
First, and Tyro Estrada stays in the game defensively to play third. Second home run, Dominic Leone's given up with the Giants.
1-1 to Arenado with a strike. Counts 1-2.
Dominic Leone has climbed the ladder to the point where he's the guy who, before Rogers and McGee, he's the one that Gabe Kapler most often is asking to get.
That's low and in the dirt outside for a ball, and the count goes even.
That's what he's doing here. Even with the 6-run lead. That lead now is 5 after the Goldschmidt home run.
He has a huge part of that bullpen, especially going after those right-handed hitters late in the game.
2-2.
All about outs now for the Giants. Got to get 9 more.
That's fouled down the right field line, and the count will stay even.
Take a look at this home run by Goldschmidt. 110 miles an hour exit velocity. 440 feet. And you know what? That's okay. Those are all good to give up with nobody on base.
So now here's a 2-2 to Arenado.
2-2.
And in the third again, the count goes full.
Well, it's only the
Come on, Leone. Come on, wake up.
Goldschmidt against the Giants. 25.
That's it?
Number. The guy who's at the plate right now has hit 32 career home runs against the Giants. Well, Dominic Leone, as good as Arenado.
3-2 to Arenado. That's fell back.
Home-run leaders since 2000 against the Giants. There's a lot of familiar names. The guys who played in the National League West, and there've been a lot of great home run hitters.
Well, 3 of them playing Colorado, so you can maybe put a asterisk by
3-2 to Nolan Arenado. Fouls it again.
Making some good pitches, and Arenado just keeps fighting them off.
The only Cardinals hitter other than the pitcher to strike out in this game, Dylan Carlson. The Cardinals, they put the ball in play.
Aggressive mentality at the plate.
3-2 in the 9th pitch from Leone to Arenado.
3-2.
That is swung on a miss for strike 3, and there's 1 away.
Right there.
There's one away after Leon strikes out R9, and now bring up Tyler O'Neill, the left fielder. He's 2 for 3. He has 2 singles.
It's a pretty fun battle to watch.
It was. Ultimately, Leon got him. Tyler O'Neill.
First pitch to O'Neill is low.
Takes the cutter for a ball. 2 years in St. Louis for Dominic Leon, 2018, 2019. And he struggled with the Cardinals.
Now here's the 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike for strike one.
But he has found a home, Dominic Leon has, with the Giants.
Sometimes it's amazing just to change the scenery, or you're struggling in one place, and maybe he comes to San Francisco and pitches in a.
Now here's the 1-1 pitch.
Ballpark, able to relax.
Swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2.
You can make your pitches, and you can get away with some mistakes every now and then. In other ballparks, you can't do that.
So now here's the 1-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. In the dirt, and this ball 2, and the count goes even.
That was a right idea right there, 1-2. He just kind of hung on to it a little too long and spiked it in the dirt. Sorry, Sally was setting up away. Come back right here.
So Leon's on 15 pitches so far in a third. And he's given up 1 earned run.
Challenge that hitter right
Here's a
there.
2-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 2 away, and Leon gets his second strikeout of the inning. And that'll bring up Yadier Molina. Molina's 0 for 3 today.
That's a good pitch.
Molina's 0 for 3 today.
That's the way you beat an aggressive team, is just subtract a little velocity.
First pitch to Molina. That's fouled to the left. And the count's 0-1.
Molina goes after that first pitch slider.
Molina flew out in the 5th inning. He grounded out, and he flew out.
2 of them 3-run homers. Giants have hit 20 3-run homers already this year. Plus, what are they?
0-1 to Molina. That's fouled again, to the left again, and the count's 0-2.
And by the way, maybe we didn't even realize what a good matchup that was for Mike Yastrzemski against TJ McFarland. He's 9 for 10.
Wow, Yastrzemski was 9 for 10 against TJ McFarland of the Cardinals.
That is
wow.
That's a all-time home run game.
Now the 0-2 pitch to Molina. In the dirt for ball 1.
I guarantee you, Yaz knew that when they brought him in the game. They brought McFarland in. Kind of in that on-deck circle, and in the back of your mind, like, kind of own this guy.
Yeah. He might have known 8 for 9, but he knew it was good.
Right. And for him to swing at the first pitch curveball, it's like he knew it was coming, so confidence.
Now the 1-2 to Yadier Molina. Check swing, he did not go, and the count is 2-2.
2 feet outside.
Some guys, you just see the ball better off for whatever reason. Some guys don't see the ball off a certain guy, and other guys see it great. And hitters will always exchange that information. And what are you picking up? What are you looking at? Why do you have such good success off a guy?
That 2-2 is in the dirt and gets past Casali for ball 3, and the count goes full.
It just hasn't been as clean of an outing for Dominic Leon, even though he struck out 2 good hitters in a row. Gave up a home run to start the inning off the bat of Goldschmidt. Now trying to put away Yadier Molina and get through this 7th.
So now here's the 3-2.
3-2.
That's fouled back, and the count is full still. So Leon is on 21 pitches, which for him is 22 pitches, which for him is a lot.
He's like, really? So that's me 3-2. Molina just turned 39 years old on July 13th. He's still back there catching every day. That's really remarkable.
3-2. Foul again. Back. And the count will stay full.
I think he's picking the ball up tonight. Some of his at-bats, his swings have been a little emergency swings or just a little bit late. We talked earlier about coming out of the All-Star break and 4 days off.
I even put Dominic Leone in.
And the pitchers. Takes a little
Okay, I
time
did.
to get
Okay.
that timing back.
Another 3-2.
Another 3-2 pitch.
That's base hit.
Hit hard into right center field, and that's a hit from Molina.
Base hit to right center field, and the Cardinals have a 2-out base runner. And they'll bring up Tommy Edman.
Go away against Dominic Leone. Leone pitched 69 games for the Cardinals in those 2 seasons. I would expect almost every single one of them.
And there will be a mound visit. And Jake Jackson warming up in the Giants bullpen. He just got called up from AAA.
Well, the newest Giant, Jay Jackson, is up in the bullpen. 24 pitches now for Dominic Leone. Giants conferencing on the mound to give Jackson a chance to get loose.
So Jay Jackson, the Giants are going to get to see what Jay Jackson can do.
Dominic Leone, there haven't been many outings like this. I mean, not only has he been super effective, often he's done it in a hurry.
Yeah. Loves to get strike one, always working ahead to the hitter.
You never know, coming back into a ballpark that he called home for a couple of years, didn't pitch that great with the Cardinals.
So here's the first pitch to Tommy Edman.
Extra adrenaline pumping. There's Tommy Edman, 1 for 3. Against Leone.
Takes that slide for ball 1. So Paul DeYoung on deck. Here's the 1-0. High for ball 2. And the count's now 2 balls and no strikes.
He's been that first half coming off the All-Star break. I think you make a good point, though, pitching in St. Louis and not having the success that he expected. Sometimes you put a little pressure on yourself. You're going to go out there and show the other organization, show the fans what you've become. You got to relax and just keep.
To a pitch now. That's one for ball 3. They're going to walk Edman here, I bet. Give me a 4-pitch walk.
And this is going to be his final hitter. You have to think.
That what happens. Ball 4 is low and first and second with 2 outs for the Cardinals. Paul DeYoung coming up. That's probably going to be it for Dominic Leone.
Yeah, the one thing that's going to get the Cardinals back in this game is base runners. Either by walks, base hits, hit by pitches. And this is 2 at a team. You start flipping that lineup over, keep working behind guys. Not too many comfortable coaches in that dugout right now.
DeYoung's 2 for 3. Leone will stay into the game.
Jackson up. 28 pitches, a 4-pitch walk. But they trust Dominic Leone, so he's going to have to.
Here's the first pitch to Paul DeYoung, and he calls time. That's a called strike, and the count's on 1.
It's a good call by Casale. Sometimes when you're struggling as a pitcher with your release point on your fastball, mix it up and have your pitcher throw a little off-speed pitch and drop it in there, strike 1. The hitter's going to be obviously looking for a first-pitch fastball when you're struggling, but that could kind of get your release point back on track and get your rhythm and your timing back.
2 strikes left again out of this. 0-1 to DeYoung. fouled, and the count is now 0-2. So now 1 strike away.
Paul DeYoung is not having his normal year, but he does have power. It's below 200, but he's got 12 home runs. Tonight he's had 2 hits. That batting average on the rise a little bit. 2 out. Behind the count 0-2.
So here's the 0-2 to DeYoung. Way high for ball 1.
That pitch right there, he goes up and away 0-2, setting up, might go right back to that curveball, which he threw the first 2 pitches for strikes. Every pitch you throw sets up another one. And go back to that slider down.
So here's the 1-2. That's fouled, and the count will stay 1-2. So a long outing today for Leon. Some 32 pitches so far.
He's grinding out there. He's working hard, and that's a long time off for pitchers. 4 days.
Sweat is just wrenching him, soaking through that undershirt and into the jersey.
He's grinding.
2.
And he fouls off again, so the count will stay at 1-2.
34th pitch of the inning coming up for Dominic Leone.
This has to be DeYoung's last batter. It doesn't matter what happens here. Has to be his last batter. 1-2 DeYoung. In the dirt for ball 2, and the count goes even.
Yeah, good block. He's trying
Good block by Casali there.
He's struggling with that release point a little bit. Got him set up. If he wants to go up and away with a fastball at the top of the zone, or if he throws that slider again, take a little bit of velocity off, because he's thrown so many to DeYoung. He's going to recognize it, and he's going to get a swing out of him.
That's a base hit for DeYoung. And Molina will stop at third, so the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. Now, Jay Jackson in the bullpen. I don't know if this is a good time. This is definitely a for Leone, I think. I don't think this is the time for Jay Jackson to come in. He just got called up. I don't know. I want Leone out, but I don't know if I want Jay Jackson in. I don't know. A grand slam makes it a 1-run game, and it's Harrison Bader. He's been good today. That's going to be it for Leone.
So here is Gabe Kapler, and he's going to make the move.
Jay Jackson coming in. He just got called up from AAA. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, God. I don't feel too good about Jay Jackson coming in. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I don't know if I want Jay Jackson in now. Oh, I'm the experienced, but I don't know if this is the best time to put him in. This is his first ever game in the Giants uniform. Oh, God.
in spring training. He's been around a while.
Jay Jackson.
But since getting healthy, he came back to Sacramento, and look at those numbers.
Unbelievable. Down there with the River Cats, 18 strikeouts and 11.
He is a 0 ERA. He's not getting up a run as a River Cat.
That is AAA, but hey, let's get thrown into the fire in the big leagues. 33 years old. It's 107 days of service time. 6 foot 204 pounder. At Greenville, South Carolina.
No soft landing. Harrison Bader here, who's got.
Here's Harrison Bader. He's 2 for 2. Oh my.
Made it out in this game. 2 hits and a walk. Bases loaded, 2 down.
Here's the first pitch to Bader.
Jay Jackson, welcome to the Giants.
Ball. That's inside and spot 1-0. My God.
Fastball slider. And try and keep the ball down in the zone. Gets a lot of ground balls. Saw from his numbers in Sacramento, a lot of strikeouts as well. Got to get ahead of hitters to get to that slider.
No, to Bader.
1-0 to Bader. Swing and miss, and the count is 1-1.
It's a good one. He's got a lot of sideways movement on it. That ball start down the middle of the plate. You saw that pitch to Bader just run off the outside corner.
Pitched in Japan last year.
Oh, and the Bader is
A 1-1.
outside 2-1.
Taken for a ball. We got the pitcher spot due up next. Goldschmidt hit the home run to start this inning, but then Leon got the next 2 outs. You're thinking, okay, it's 7-2, no problem. Single, walk, single.
So bases loaded with 2 outs. 2-1 count now to Harrison Bader.
2-1 to Bader. Throws.
Foul.
Bader, check swing foul on the slider.
Check swing that went foul, and the count's 2-2 even. Oh, come on. 1 strike away again. Come on. A base hit makes it a 3-1 game at least. 3-1 game base hit.
Right here, 2-2. I said earlier, 2-2. You threw your best pitch. You can go off the plate with that slider. Hitter giving in a little bit, just looking to put the ball in play. That's one for Casale sets up. Get that thing out there if you throw it.
2-2 pitch to Bader.
The 2-2.
Way high, can't go slow. And now this has to be a strike, so Bader's going to be swinging.
Runners are off on the pitch as an infielder. And
Bader's going to be swinging here. All the runners are going to be in motion. This is not good.
Big spot in this game. Gotta limit the damage.
Newt Bars pinch hitting on deck.
We've seen nothing but sliders. I'm sure he's going to go back to another one right here.
It's going to be a base load walk, I think. Here's the 3-2. Not a good spot to put on a rookie, Gabe. Come on. 3-2 to Bader.
3-2. He throws and Bader
Fouled.
hits it
Oh.
foul.
Oh, my.
Bader stays alive.
This is not the greatest spot to put in a
Ball slides
Giant who's
so
making
far
his
to
debut.
Jackson.
Not a good spot at all. He has to throw strikes here. He can't throw a ball, so.
He could throw a front door slide right here, which he probably doesn't want to do, but I think he could lock him up.
3-2 to Bader.
Gonna see another slider.
Is called strike 3. Jackson gets out of it. And the Giants going to give up 1 on the Paul Goldschmidt home run. Let's go. So the Giants get out of another Cardinals jam. Wow. Let's go, Jay Jackson. Nice job. Nice debut. It's probably going to be it for Jackson, but let's go. We got out of it. We get out of it. Going to give it up a 1. That's huge. Let's go. Yep, keep that perfect ERA. Yep. That was huge. Let's go. I'm so surprised we got out of it. I'm so surprised we got out of that. Let's go. I like Jay Jackson. He was amazing, but in his first ever Major League debut, I don't know if that was the best place to put him in. Wow, okay. Good job, Jay Jackson. That's a good job. He scared me when that count went full.
Xfinity Mobile delivers fast nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile. But what a moment for Jay Jackson in his Giants debut. All of a sudden, a totally non-stressful situation got pretty darn stressful. And they came to the rescue and got a huge strikeout to strand the bases loaded. The Cardinals get just the one, and we go to the 8th inning with the Giants ahead by 5.
How about that? 7 sliders in a row, and then when he has to throw a strike, reaches back. Hadn't thrown a fastball except for warm-ups, and just dots that fastball, and he fooled everybody.
And TJ McFarland will play in the game, it looks like.
Where you got to wait until the hitter gets announced, and the hitter comes up, and he went through the whole warm-up routine, and now you make the pitching change.
And there's going to be a pitching change for the Cardinals.
Just a waste of time.
Not a fan. And you want to speed up the game?
So Slater's going to hit. The Cardinals are going to bring somebody else in to face him. It's the 8th inning, 7-2 Giants. We'll be back right after this.
So Austin Slater will replace Alex Dickerson. So Slater replaces Dickerson. Estrada goes to third. And Wilmer Flores will go to first base. Okay. No, it didn't save, of course. Estrada to third. Wilmer to first. Okay. Boom. Okay. So Justin Miller will come into the game for the Cardinals. Okay. Justin Miller will come in the pitch for instead of TJ McFarland.
And the Cardinals bringing in the new pitcher, the right-hander Justin Miller, after Austin Slater was announced as a pinch hitter on the Giants side. Well, I mean, Giants had a 7-1 lead. Then it was 7-2. Then the bases were loaded.
So Miller has an 11.12 ERA. He has thrown 5.2 innings. He has 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. He has thrown 9 games, and he has 1 save.
Of the year overall. 5 of those with the Nationals, now 5 with the Cardinals.
So here's the first pitch to Austin Slater. What the hell? And that's way inside for 1-0.
So Slater comes in, and Austin now will get to play defense, so the Giants can get their best defensive group out there for the late innings. Slater started to get his bat going again.
Slater takes a strike, and the count's 1-1. One to Slater, outside for ball 2.
Justin Miller was on the mound. The Giants were rallying against the Cardinals bullpen in the second game of that series when St. Louis was here. And the Giants hit a ball to the wall in the bottom.
So now here the 2-1 to Slater. As fouled, and the count's even now at 2-2.
That was Bossler. Jason Bossler hit that ball.
And I asked Jason the next day whether he thought he got it. He said, well, I didn't think necessarily I'd hit a home run, but I definitely thought it was over Carlson's head.
That was a good play in left field by Carlson.
Here's a 2-2. Grounded to Arenado. He'll throw to Goldschmidt, and it's just in time for the first out. They'll bring up Brandon Crawford.
So one away, we've seen that a lot over the years.
You want to keep it away from third base. So good down there. Can throw from every angle. Always gets his body in the right position. The transfer is good. Gives Goldschmidt a nice little throw. And I remember once I had a coach in the minor leagues, and I kept hitting the ball to the line into short, line into second. And finally, I came in.
So here's Brandon Crawford. First pitch to Craw. Outside for ball 1.
And I said, "What? Maybe I'm hitting line drives." And he's like, "You guys been playing there for 100 years. Don't hit it right at him. Hit it somewhere else." So then it became a joke. And anybody that hits a ball to a good defender or lines out, or like, that's stupid hitting.
Here's the 1-0.
Crawford against
That's
Miller.
fouled back, and the count is 1-1.
Crawford's had a quiet game 0 for 3. Monway Jr. with a home run. Mike Yastrzemski with 2 home runs. And all of the Giants' 7 runs have scored on those 3 swings.
So now the 1-1. Outside for ball 2.
Scores a higher percentage of its runs off of home runs than the Giants, and tonight it's 100%.
And during the All-Star break, I get asked a lot of questions from fans. Do you think they can keep it up? Do you think they can keep the? And I said, well, we'll see. And they've picked up right where they left
Here's
off.
a 2-1 now.
Not a fluke.
Swing and a miss, and the count goes even at 2-2. They maybe got a piece of Crawford.
Flexing that hamstring.
Kind of grabbing that hamstring.
Don't be a hero. Crawford taking an extra minute to get back in the box.
Let's keep an eye on that.
Greshner.
Here's a 2-2 now to Crawford. Takes outside for Button. The count goes full.
So is the manager.
Three 2 now to Crawford. That is a base hit to right field.
That's a base hit for Brandon Crawford.
So Giants have a 1-out base runner, and Crawford has a 10-game hitting
He
streak.
just said something running down the line. Yeah, he's not right.
He's asking for a pinch runner.
He's not right. Something in his hamstring.
Well, you got to be extra cautious when it comes to muscles, especially the hamstring.
He felt it on that one swing. He felt a little twinge and grabbed it.
Yeah. Sometimes it can just be a cramp.
Uh-oh.
He's walking off fine, but he just...
There is a swing.
So Crawford may have done something in his hamstring.
Lower hamstring.
Yeah.
You know, you got to remember that Brandon was here and then went to Colorado, and then they went, and now they're going to St. Louis, and he's been on planes and he's been traveling and I'm sure not getting a ton of rest.
So Chadwick Trump will be the pinch runner.
Yeah, obviously not great, but hopefully just being extra cautious there with the Giants all-star shortstop Chadwick Trump. I mean, the Giants are basically out of players. So the Giants.
Yep, hopefully
defense is
Crawford's
going to
okay,
be
Poppy. Hopefully Crawford's okay.
A little different looking here for the last couple innings.
Coming up, Donovan Solano.
The only thing about that is you hate to see a guy grab a high hamstring, you know, right under his glute. He's grabbing a little bit of the lower down behind the knee, so the high hamstrings are a lot worse than a lower.
So now here's the first pitch to Solano.
Maybe just a little twinge.
That is hit deep right field, not deep enough though. Carlson coming in, he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
So I'm just trying to think if Tyros Estrada goes to short. Who's going to play third for the Giants? Wilmer Flores could go back to third. Casale could go to first, and Trump could catch. Just for the fun of it, trying to see what Gabe Kapler's thinking about.
Just trying to piece it together.
How about Steven Duggar?
So now Duggar.
He takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
From Justin Miller. Jets bullpen, by the way, has been quiet. So Jay Jackson with a 5-run lead. You get the 9-1-2 spots, including Goldschmidt in that second spot on the order, due up for the Cardinals. Jay Jackson's going to come back out for the Giants.
0-1. The Duggar is another strike.
2.
I'm sure that Chadwick Trump has played some infield along the way. Usually if you're a catcher, you've played a little third base or you played some first base. Maybe not necessarily the middle infield, but
I saw him taking ground balls at third the other day. I thought he looked actually pretty good.
Now the 0-2.
0-2.
That's low for ball 1.
I told him.
That was in the dirt.
Pretty natural over there at third. He looked at me and goes, yeah,
I can do it. That's pretty common. You get a lot of times during BP, during infield, guys are taking their ground balls, and a lot of the catchers, there's really nothing for them to work at. So they like to go hang out with the infielders and take some ground balls and move around.
Now here's the 1-2.
2 to Duggar.
Duggar hits it to Arenado, and he makes the catch.
Arenado catches it. So, the Giants with a hit.
And then ends the inning.
Crawford comes out of the game. Cross your fingers on that one. 7-2 Giants lead.
So Chadwick Trump will replace Brandon Crawford and go to shortstop. Wow. Okay. That's going to be odd. I'll be right back.
Following the game on Giants Post Game Live, and if you've been missing Dwayne Kuiper like we have been, hear from him as he makes some bold predictions for the second half of the season. And the Giants have been knocking some home runs tonight. We'll take you around the majors to check in on the home run race as well. That's Giants Post Game Live after the game. Dave, JT.
All right, Laura, thanks. We'll look forward to that. The Padres have been hitting some home runs tonight. They have 24 on the board in Washington, D.C. against the Nats. Wow, kind of makes the Giants
three touchdowns and a field goal.
Yes. makes the 7 that the Giants have scored tonight look sort of meager, but Giants are trying to hold those 7 up against the Cardinals. Game one of this 3-game weekend series. All the defensive changes for the Giants with Crawford now out of the game, and the Giants now out of position players.
So Chadwick Trump will be a shortstop. Okay. Hopefully no balls get into shortstop in this inning. Hopefully.
Estrada to short, Slater in left.
So Estrada will go to short. This is so confusing.
All of us now will just hope that everything's okay with Brandon Crawford, and they're just being extra cautious. He stayed in the game and swung the bat and hit a line drive. The Cardinals
Sorry about that.
the eighth against Jay Jackson, whose slider is in for a strike. This is, I'm sure you recognize him, this is Lars Nootbaar.
So Trump will go to catcher.
Left-handed hitter.
Because Sally will go to first.
All right, so that's part of those.
And Estrada will go to shortstop. And Flores will go back to third. That's confusing.
Trump is in at catcher. Fastball away.
So it counts 2-1
Couldn't fit them all on one graphic, so we had to go
to Nootbaar.
I got to give you a tip of the cap because you called all the moving pieces.
So there's a 2-1 pitch to Nootbaar.
Hey, the Giants are flexible, aren't they?
They are. Helps to be flexible.
That looked like a strike, but inside for a ball.
Well, Jay Jackson got the biggest out of the game for the Giants, certainly one of them last inning. Now starting this 8th inning clean.
He's a 3-1 pitch to Lars Nootbaar.
3-1 pitch.
Outside of ball 4.
And that really should not happen. At the top of the order coming up, a pinch hitter Nootbaar. You can't walk that guy.
Yeah, that's the only way the Cardinals are going to get back into this game. You start walking guys and giving them free base runners, especially like you said.
Yeah, Dylan Carlson is 0 for 4.
Been sitting over there in that dugout for 3 hours. Got to throw strikes.
Yeah, that is not a good start to this 8th inning. And that'll get the Giants' attention, I'm sure. You got McGee and Rogers both fresh and ready to go, hoping not to have to use them for the 5-run lead, but Gabe Kapler might not have a choice.
First pitch to Carlson.
Carlson 0 for 4 tonight. With a runner at first and nobody out.
Called strike 1.
Ball for strike 1.
Jay Jackson, just keep pounding that strike zone. Make the Cardinals swing the bat. You got to get through 6 more outs. Take him any way you can get him.
Yo 1 now to Carlson. Low for ball 1.
Ball 1 with the slider. Carlson from Elk Grove played high school ball for his dad. Jay Jackson is from South Carolina, played all over the world.
Here's the 1-1 now to Dylan Carlson. That is foul back, and the count is 1-2.
Yeah, the key for the Giants is to get 6 more outs, get out of this game. Like you say, if you don't have any more position players left on that bench, coaches are in that dugout holding their breath with every pitch and every out.
Here's the 1-2 now. High for ball 2, and the count goes even. Oh my lord! Don't walk Carlson, please. Don't walk too straight.
Strikeouts, 1 walk in those 8 appearances.
2-2 to Carlson.
AAA Sacramento.
That is called strike 3. There's 1 away, and Jay Jackson has his first major league strikeout. I'm sorry, that's not his first. That's not his first strikeout. That's his first out of the inning to strike out.
Can't get beat.
That's Carlson's fourth strikeout of the night, dubbing a Paul Goldschmidt homer earlier.
Goldschmidt, who led off the 7th inning with a home run.
First pitch to Goldschmidt. And it's high for ball one. Goldschmidt fouls in. The count is 1-1.
You've seen more games than I have at the big league level, but kind of, for me, Goldschmidt in the 2-hole is kind of surprising. He's an RBI guy, so in his first at bat of the game, he's maybe not have a guy in scoring position, but and then you got the 9-hitter just 2 spots away from him. It's a little surprising to me. I thought he would be.
Here's the 1-1 now to Paul Goldschmidt.
4-hole, get those guys driving in some runs.
How is that not a strike?
But there's a lot of numbers.
2-1. How is that not a strike?
Things that the computer spits out at you.
Terrible.
The other thing about the Cardinals is that they are right-handed heavy. Goldschmidt, Arenado, O'Neill, Molina. Their 2 switch hitters are both better from the right side than the left
2-1.
side. Young.
That's a strike, and it counts 2-2.
Harrison Bader, their center fielder. So there isn't a real good way for Mike Schilt, the manager, to stagger the lineup and maybe prevent teams from attacking the middle of the order with a certain
2-2.
right-handed reliever.
Goldschmidt pops it up. Shamsky barely has to move, and he makes the catch. There is 2-way.
That was a good pitch. That slider got in on his hand.
And now bring up Nolan Arenado.
Goldschmidt's one of those hitters, when he gets to 2 strikes, he looks to drive the ball the other way. He's got enough elevation on that pitch to get in on his hands, and that's the way you pitch.
So now Arenado. Matt Carpenter's not having a great year. He's been around a long, long time. He had a big hit against the Giants in the series in San Francisco, but he's kind of the perfect guy if you were going to stagger Goldschmidt and Arenado. Just not at that point in his career right now.
Fish Arenado's a called strike.
It's like if they had another big left-handed bat in the middle of that order.
Maybe someday Dylan Carlson can be that guy, where as a switch hitter, if he's balanced, he could kind of be in between.
Here's the 0-1. Grounded. That's a double play ball. Oh, well, you don't even need the white saw. Just steps on the bag. And that ends the inning. Nice job, Jay Jackson. 7-2 Giants after 8. I'll be right back.
7-2 Giants. We go to the ninth inning on a Friday night in St. Louis at Busch Stadium.
Get back.
It's time for a change. Then Speedy Oil.
So Junior Fernandez will come to the game to pitch for the Cardinals.
And repair experts, the right-hander Junior Fernandez in to pitch tonight for the Cardinals.
24-year-old right-hander, 6'3", 205-pounder. Another out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Boy, they're
It's a 5.94 ERA. He has thrown 13 games. He has thrown 16.2 innings.
Walks and strikeouts are even.
And Kirk Casale will lead off.
He's another guy like so many in the Cardinals bullpen. He throws hard. He's got big stuff. He doesn't throw strikes. He can be all over the place, and he's not really a very comfortable at bat. Casale will lead off against him.
The dugout's holding their breath at these last.
First pitch to Casale, swing and miss.
The Giants don't have any position players left.
Yeah, they're going to let Jay Jackson hit, and they may well just let Jay try to get the final 3 outs of the game.
Not a bad plan.
0-1 to Casale. That is base hit to left field. That could be extra bases. And he will go to second, and he will get there safely. Leadoff double for Kirk Casale. And Jay Jackson, the Giants have no more position players on their bench, will hit.
Missing the last week. He's doing a pretty good Buster impersonation.
Gets that foot down, and look at the hips open up, and he just gets the barrel out and beats that ball to the spot. Tell you what, when he's on time, he barrels up a lot of balls. Don't be fooled by his numbers. And I think right here, I'd have Jay Jackson bunt anyway. Get him over. You don't necessarily have to bunt it to the right side. You can put it down to third baseman and make Arenado come in and field it.
Let's see if Jay can get a bunt down.
Jackson will show a bunt, and he'll take a bunt for a strike.
He's got 2 career at-bats, never had a hit. Not a lot of experience hitting.
He looks hitterish.
He does,
doesn't he? Stands up there well. He's got.
These are real small victories.
He is the 0-1. Jackson will show up again.
When he gets into an athletic position,
And he'll get the bunt down, but it'll go foul.
Goes to first.
It will not go foul, but it will go to right to Molina, who throws first for the first out.
Situation like that, when there's nobody on first, and you don't have to go. That ball's almost got to be bunted in the perfect spot. You either got to bunt it firm on that right side, or and you can't blame Jay Jackson. He's up there doing the best he can. Doesn't have a lot of experience at the plate. But
I'll bring up Tyro Strada.
just run into the first out at third base. Never want to make that first or third out at third base. But hey, nobody got hurt. It's all good.
Yeah, that may be the main thing at this point. Tyro Estrada will come up for the second time. Tyler Rogers is warming up in the Giants bullpen. We might see Tyler just to A, get some work in, and B, keep Jay Jackson from having to push too hard. Here's Tyler.
Yeah, you gotta believe
Tyler Rogers warming up in the Giants bullpen. The 1-0 Estrada. Way outside for ball 2.
Molina didn't look real thrilled with that pitch.
You can tell Fernandez has a live arm. He's got a lot of whip. And sometimes guys like this will struggle with their release point and mechanics. He throws so hard. Big guy with a lot of power.
The 2-0 Estrada. That's grounded to Arenado. He'll throw to first. Casale will stay at second. And just in time for the second out.
A big night for Mike Yastrzemski. Has gone deep just once. That was the first one against Wainwright. Put the Giants on the board. It was impressive. Kept it fair, straight down the right field line.
Great swing in the bat. Fastball in, and then here's that curveball. Lefty on lefty, first pitch. I tell you what, he got a lot of backspin on this. This thing just keeps tearing out of the yard. Sometimes those curveballs go a long way. That was an impressive swing in the bat. We both thought that might just be a deep fly ball to right field, and the Cardinals have seen enough of They're going to put him on first.
So the Cardinals will intentionally walk Yastrzemski, so he'll be put on first.
Of course, one of those very memorably in August of 2019, he had 3 home runs against the Diamondbacks. Last July against the Padres. Now tonight in St. Louis. Where that name resonates, Carl Yastrzemski, Mike's granddad, who led the Red Sox in their impossible dream season, where ultimately they lost in the World Series against the Cardinals. Ball 1 to Wilmer Flores. Wilmer's 0 for 4, although his last 2 at bats, both times he hit the ball hard.
Line to right field and line to left field.
Here's the 1-0 to Wilmer.
2 on, 2 out.
Takes some dirt, and the count's 2-0.
Tell you what, sometimes when you're 0 for 4 in a game and you get a base hit that last at bat, that is a huge salvage.
And you look here, Wilmer's been around a long time. I don't think he's stressing about it too much, but get that first hit after the All-Star break out of the way, just to make sure you don't start some 0 for 10 or something to start the second half.
You always want to get off to a good start at the beginning of the year, and you always want to get off to a good start after the All-Star break.
Makes sense. The count to Wilmer.
So there's a 2-0 pitch to Wilmer Flores. Swing and a miss, and the count's 2-1.
I think Wilmer was trying to hit that one through the arch in St. Louis.
I believe so. Yeah, forget just getting a hit.
Yeah. I want a hit, and I want 3 RBI. But 2-0 in the count, that's what you do. Let it fly.
Then a 2-1 to Wilmer.
Drive the ball somewhere.
Still ahead 2-1.
That is hit foul, and the count goes even at 2-2.
Well, tomorrow we're still thinking it's going to be Anthony DeSclafani, who has 10 wins already on the year for the Giants, pitching in Game 2 of the series. If you're just joining us late, Kevin Gausman was scheduled to go tonight. Kevin and his wife Taylor are expecting, and Taylor had a few complications recently in her pregnancy, and everybody thinks that she's going to be just fine. So there's a lot of relief because the Giants are supporting the Gausmans, obviously, and so everybody is hopeful now that things are going to be fine. But Kevin's taken a couple days, likely, to just be with her. Make sure everything's okay. We don't yet know exactly when Kevin's going to pitch, but likely sooner rather than later. But I would think DeSclafani's going to go tomorrow.
These guys just can't get on the same page.
No, this happened a lot in the series last week.
Now finally, here's a 2-2.
2-2.
He takes the ball in the dirt, and it goes full. That wasn't a dirt, it was just low.
Johnny Cueto's scheduled to go on Sunday against the Cardinals. Cardinals tomorrow are going to pitch the lefty that we saw Kwang-Hyun Kim pitch so well against the Giants. Really kind of a fun guy to watch. And then Wade LeBlanc, another lefty, is scheduled to go on Sunday.
Hit to the Flores. That is to center field. It's caught by Bader.
So that's 3 straight times where Wilmer has lined out. Giants.
And we go to the bottom of the 9th. I'll be right back.
minutes, the Giants give the ball to
For the final 3 outs, Tyler Rogers will come in.
valuable pitchers in the first half. 42 appearances, a 1.47 earned run average.
Pretty impressive and a lot of work. 24 strikeouts, just 7 walks. The batting average is left-handed hitter, 135. Going to throw that fastball sinker slider. Get the ball down in the zone, move it in and out. 30 years old, 6'3", 182-pounder. Third year in the big leagues.
Well, I thought it was really cool also how Tyler's brother.
So Tyler O'Neill is up for the Cardinals.
The Twins, excellent left-handed reliever, having a great year. His twin brother, and so Tyler went to the All-Star game to celebrate with his brother.
O'Neill take the strike.
Takes strike one from Rogers. And Taylor Rogers said, "Look, I mean, we're not just siblings; we're twins. Yeah, we support each other. And if it had been him, I would have been here for him, and he's here for me."
0-1 to O'Neill. Fouled.
It's Tyler's hometown. They grew up around Denver, so maybe that made it a little easier. But I don't think it made one difference where that All-Star game was going to be.
Yeah.
His brother was on the team for the first time. He was going to be there.
It's good stuff.
That
0-2 to O'Neill is called. Strike 3. There's 1 away. And Rogers has his first strikeout of the night.
Trigger, but it's actually a good pitch.
Helping up Yadier Molina.
Get that thing down. You're used to taking that down below the knees, trying to make him get the ball up around the belt or the thighs, and he can lock a lot of hitters up. Keep throwing that thing down.
Molina is inside.
Molina takes inside, ball 1. Yadier, 1 for 4 tonight. And he's had a long game behind the plate.
Yes, he has.
Here's the 1-0. That is hit deep center field, but Duggar is there, and he makes the catch. There's 2 away, and the Giants are 1 out away from winning this.
Yep. Game goes 3 hours and pushing 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Last chance for the Cardinals is Tommy Edman.
Last chance for the Cardinals is Tommy Edman.
Aggressive free-swinging teams, and the pitchers have done a pretty good job. 9 strikeouts on the night, keeping them off balance.
Yeah, the 4 walks have been less than ideal, but
Here's the first pitch to Tommy Edman. He takes a strike, and the count's 0-1.
It's nice to see Tyler Rogers, who was a little off kilter in that final week before the All-Star break, and mostly, he pitched through it, pitched well. It wasn't like he was getting knocked around, but he was falling behind it.
Here's the 0-1. That's foul. And the count's 0-2, so 1 more strike.
And I think the Giants staff, the coaching staff is happy with getting all those guys from the bullpen into the game after the All-Star break. I know we've talked about it a lot, but take 4 days off, and sometimes you can come out and not be so sharp, but get all these guys in to get an inning, get some pitches.
0-2, grounded. That is to Estrada, who throws the first, and that ends it. The Giants beat the Cardinals 7-2. The Giants beat the Cardinals 7-2 tonight, and they go 58-32. Let's go. That's wrong. Okay.